Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up, everybody? What is going down? We are knee
What
deep.
up?
We are knee deep in this best ball draft. 5th round's getting started. Our homie Mark's in the house. What up, bro?
What up, bro?
Yeah,
I'm liking this one better already.
I mean, number 2 is always better than number 1. I mean, I feel like, the first draft always going to just be getting your feet wet and, might not be all the way in the loop, but yeah, number 2, way better.
Yes, sir. Much better start.
And for everyone who doesn't know, Mark is Perfect Chaos 91 in the draft here. He's sitting at the 11 spot. Shout out to Toyota One. Shout out to Crispy. Shout out to Devo. What up, guys? What the hell Crispy say? Gibbs over Chase at the 103. Boo this man. See, like, I'd still probably do that too. Like, I know I get a little bit in the zone of like just wanting one of those top end running backs because as good as Chase is, it's like there's so many wide receivers that are still kind of in the same vicinity as him.
Yeah.
Not too many running backs are in that same vicinity as those top 3.
Yep. I'm happy. I mean, C-Mac and JT to start, and then I got the tandem, Ladd and Herbert. I'm happy already.
Yeah, it's not a bad stack. Not a bad stack at all. Yeah, man. Not too shabby of a start. And I think I've just done enough of these drafts to where, like, if you're not feeling good about your running backs, like your starting running backs, like I just don't think that team would like really win because you got to get a little lucky no matter what in this tournament. I mean, shit, we might have like 2,000 plus teams, but like I don't want to have to get lucky with the running backs. I can just like luck into like one of my bench guys just being a starter. If it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I don't got Aaron. Yeah, the last one was a little. I went a little wide receiver crazy. So.
And let me see. Was it because I wasn't talking into the mic? Because I wasn't talking into the mic, Brown. What up? Let me turn the audio up a little bit here, and then you guys let me know how it. You guys let me know how it sounds. I just turned it up a little bit. Crispy said plenty of backs were still there. Yeah, but I mean, just look at it though. He would have had to get Bucky with like his first, and then like who's really there after that? I don't know. Everyone's gonna have their own strategies. I'm curious to see what strategy ends up winning it, because we never know. Yeah, it's I mean, I remember some of the teams that we really thought were gonna go far last year. Shit, you catch an injury or two, and might not go that far.
Yup.
Toyota One said he's liking his team so far compared to yesterday's. Let's see, where's he at? Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, and Derrick Henry has not been falling to the 2-9 as of recent. And then Kyren, Joe Mixon, and then Trevor Lawrence. It's not a bad start.
Not a bad start at all.
Crispy, boo! I got to get that drop. The boo this man. Let me see.
Absolutely. Can you hear your drops?
Yeah. I kind of fixed it a little bit, and so
okay.
But here is one from that same scene.
I seen him.
I got to get the other one. We still got this one.
They killed Killer, B.
All right.
TJ in the house. What up? And Crispy said, just take Barkley. I mean, Barkley does usually go in front of Bijan and in front of Gibbs. I mean, not 100%, but
yeah.
You see,
that's the farthest I've seen Barkley fall, really.
Yeah. Look at Brown though, taking Bijan right off the bat.
Yeah,
You remember, yeah, TJ remembers that. You think marijuana is an addiction? I used to suck dick for coke.
I seen him.
you ever suck dick for marijuana?
Can't say that I have. He was like, yeah, didn't think so, bro. Didn't think so. Hey, Mangus on Twitch, what up? Said, love to join your live stream whenever you're streaming. Add me on Discord. Man, I don't really use Discord that much, but if you want to go join my private community, it's at 420crew.com. All right. And so, how was the audio? Yeah, I could tell Mark's definitely was louder than mine. Hey, Mondo in the house. What up, bro? What's going down? Now we'll see. We'll do this. We'll wait for. Oh, there he is.
I hit a button.
It happens.
Yeah.
All right. And let me see. It was like when I messed with this mic, it was like it turned up your mic too.
Damn.
I'm gonna try this a little bit.
I can echo cancellation, audio.
Try the does it give you an option for automatically adjust the mic volume?
Yep. Is that better?
Yeah, let's see. Try that.
How about now?
Yeah, that's good.
All right.
And I know what the problem is. You guys got to deal with the clicking for maybe another day or two. It's my audio interface. Like I've changed around so many things. That's the only thing that it could be. And that I've had this one. Yeah, I've had this one since 2021. So going on, shit, it probably has been close to 5 years because I got it right at the beginning of 2021.
Damn.
Yeah, I got to get a new one now. I think this is just it's on its last leg.
Yeah.
All right, and we got a new guy who's about to join. All right, cool. Yeah, he said it's better. Y'all are on the same level now. Okay, perfect.
Bet.
All right, yeah, we got a new guy who's about to join one of the dynasties here. All right. All right, now I'm gonna look at some of these squads over here. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3 teams that don't have 2 quarterbacks yet, and we're at damn near at the 8th round, and we have.
Oh, I'm fitting to change that. I assure you.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. And then we got 4 teams that already have 3 QBs. So
Yeah. Mr. Richardson's not going to be my QB2 today, but I promise.
Yeah. Right. And Brown said, hero running back over here. Yeah, for sure. I mean, you got Bijan, then just an insane amount of wide receivers in your top 7 rounds. I like it. Because having a guy like Bijan, you would just hope that, that you're really not stressing too much for running backs. I mean, you're only going to, assuming he's not on bye week, then you're only going to have to fill 1.
God damn you.
Darnold?
Yeah, definitely Darnold.
Yeah, assuming that wasn't for Bryce Young.
Yeah, no, definitely wasn't Bryce Young.
What up, Pam? She said, what up, y'all? Said having a salad, then having some good lettuce. I like it. I like it.
Oh, I go here.
Yeah, I'm I'm gonna dip into a little bit of the devil's lettuce right now.
God damn it. That fucked me up.
15 seconds.
Fucking, I'm gonna break the ice. I'm a Colts fan.
Oh, Zaire Franklin.
I'm a Colts fan, baby.
Nice. He's the shit. I know some people were worried about what was he going to be good after having like whatever surgery he had. I mean, they pretty much said it was really just it was more precautionary than anything. And they said he's already like out of the walking boot and it's still like, long time before camp is like before preseason's officially started.
Yeah.
And for anybody who did not see me on the Sports Idiot Nation this morning, this week's video drop, so go check me out.
I watched part of it. With dude, you had the y'all got the same last name?
Yeah. So okay, so I've been on 2 episodes of theirs now.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you could have seen the one where I was on the cover. You could have saw one where I was on like the thumbnail or whatever, and it was just me and one other guy. Or it could have the one that dropped today. There was 4 people on the show, and I think for the most part, it's gonna be like that, where there's 3 or 4 peeps on the show.
Yeah.
Whoa, Danny Pesos. People are hurting so bad for QBs that Danny Pesos is off the board. He probably does end up being the starter, but
yeah,
the 8th round. I mean, you're a Colts fan. Like, what do you think of Danny Pesos? I call him Danny Pesos because he was originally Danny Dimes, but Dime that's too expensive. For
a dime isn't a dime worth more than a peso?
Yeah, peso's worth half. It's worth a nickel.
Yeah, so yeah, we're about. I like pesos.
Yeah.
What I don't like is the Colts fucking quarterback situation. That's what I don't like.
Yeah, and what's I mean, I'm sure your thoughts of Richardson might have been different when he was like just drafted, but like, what's your overall thoughts of him as a QB?
So my thoughts about the whole situation is Shane Steichen took Jalen Hurts to a Super Bowl, and then you had baby Jalen Hurts coming out of college, looked like baby Jalen Hurts coming out of college with Anthony Richardson, mobile QB, cannon of an arm, not very accurate, whatever. We're going to grow. He's going to grow. You know what I'm saying? So I think Shane Steichen fucked that up, is what happened. He's seen a similar style QB to Jalen Hurts, and he just dropped the ball.
Yeah, I mean, the thing, like, I never was a fan of Richardson. There's a lot of just red flags for me. Like, number one, if a guy only plays like one season and kind of balls out, like I can't throw him up in the upper echelon quarterbacks of the class. Like, it doesn't matter.
Not the number 4 pick.
Yeah,
not the number 4 pick. We had there was other quarterbacks available at that. Like, we could have done better.
Yeah, and like I'd say the biggest like red flag for me was literally everything that they were bragging about him had nothing, like during the combine and all that, nothing had to do with his throwing ability. Everything was how fast he is, how far he could jump, how high he could jump, like literally everything that doesn't matter for a quarterback. Like, I wonder what Tom Brady's combine stats were, and like just like Big Ben. I wonder what Big Ben's combine stats were, like nobody gives a fuck. Phillip Rivers, like his if he ran the 40, I bet it would just be funny to watch that he's so bad.
Yeah, like a 10-7-40 or some shit.
Yeah, like obviously
I might be able to run a faster 40 than some of them guys.
Right? Like I think if we line you and Peyton Manning up, even in his heyday, you probably got that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why, man, people were just getting way too enamored with everything else besides him throwing. It's kind of like Shadur. Like everything besides like his actual like throwing ability is why he's so hyped.
Oh,
Ninth
damn.
round.
Running back gone. ain't it?
And thanks, Crispy. Got that squared away over there.
God damn. Everybody's eating up the running backs again.
Yeah.
I got like no choice.
Ooh, look at Smelly getting Shakira.
Hit it.
Shakira.
God damn it. I don't even want to do this early.
Uh-oh. Here it comes. Ah, that's not bad. I mean, he's usually got, I mean, the last couple times I got him in like the early 10th round. I mean, shit, look at that. He just picked 2 running backs. Who's to say he wouldn't have picked Najee right there if you didn't do it?
Yeah, I guarantee it.
Yeah, because I feel like I'd want, well, I mean, maybe not. Like, maybe that was his strategy, get both Giants quarterbacks. I'm not opposed to it, but
Yeah,
Giants and Cowboys for redraft running backs, I'm avoiding them, man. They have like some of the toughest schedules and, you know, garbage ass lines as well.
yes.
And they're not even that great of players. You know, a lot of things working against them.
Yes.
Uh-oh, Tyler Shuck in the 10th round. We've seen him go, I don't know, maybe as early as the 8th or the 9th, and then we've seen him go later, you know, earlier in the year.
Yeah. He's supposed to be the starter, right? Everything I've read.
Yeah, I get it's so tough for me to believe what some of these analysts and beat reporters say right now, because like I feel like a lot of them, like, they're just saying shit for clicks, you know?
Yeah.
And like I'm curious how much better he's doing than Spencer Rattler, because I feel like if they're doing similar, Rattler's probably starting. Like,
Yeah.
you know, at least in the beginning, you know, it's probably not going to be like that the whole season though.
Yeah.
But New Orleans, man, talk about a team that's also just completely fucked at the quarterback position. Maybe even worse than the Colts. I mean, because at least Richardson and Danny Pesos, like both of them are, you know, first round picks. I mean, I think both of them were picked in the top 7. I think Pesos, you know, 6 or 7.
Danny was 6 and Richardson was 4.
Yeah. But yeah, they got some shit there. They got some ground to make up. And Josie Wales, what up, bro? Said cheers, brother. Cheers. Where are you watching from? Anytime someone says cheers, I like automatically assume they're like from Europe somewhere or Australia. Yeah, where are you at, Josie?
God damn it.
Oh, look at Brown swooping on Jaden Reed and Jalen Warren. That's not too shabby for a 10th and 11th round pick, especially when you got like no running backs besides Bijan and Pollard. I still think Warren's going to start right away, like, and probably out touch Caleb and out score Caleb just for the entire season. There's a lot of people who still think that Caleb's going to be the man, like, right away. Caleb Johnson, that is, for those who might be confusing the Calebs.
The rookie?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. For the Steelers.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Josie said in the heat of New York, about to take a fat rip of some purple panty dropper. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers. That reminded me of Varsity Blues when Tweeter was talking to Moxon. He's like, all these girls, they're just panty droppers. Okay, that's it. You give, I mean, man, he was on some crazy shit. You give them a Vicodin, a couple Percocet, few beers, the panties drop. Very nice. And Moxon's response, he's like, hey, Tweeter, think you're going to enjoy prison?
God damn it. I was definitely going Cooper Kupp.
Kupp off the board. Man, if Kupp has any kind of Kupp resurgence, like, everybody's getting him so late. Like,
I know.
not going to say he's going to be a league winner or anything because he's still got to stay healthy, but he comes back in anywhere to cup form, he's going to, turn some teams into playoff teams.
Yeah.
Brown said Warren's a good pass catcher. He has a chance with Najee gone for sure. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I feel like they let Najee go because they think that Warren could be the guy. I mean, shit, remember when they let Le'Veon Bell go? They're like, fuck, we'll just roll with James Conner. Fuck it.
Yeah.
James Conner definitely better than scouts thought he was coming into the league, because I know he wasn't drafted super high and really just he got the shot because of Bell.
Did him and AP ever fight like they were supposed to?
Yeah, and I think Le'Veon Bell won, but it is one of those things. Like, if you guys saw AP fighting at that poker tournament, that was just happening recently. Like, I don't know, AP just like he's got strong hands and he might be able to run you over, but he doesn't know how to fight. Like he looks like a baseball player, like out there, like when the baseball players get into the scrums and they don't know how to fucking swing at each other.
Stop.
She won't tell me what you made for dinner.
Brats. Dude, I'm in the middle of something.
Okay, Chase still hasn't shown me tricks on a scooter yet.
Okay.
Tell him on it.
A decent wide receiver run here in the 11th round with Cup. Well, we'll consider Mandrews in there, and then Downs, Ayuk, Coleman, Diggs, Mims, now Golden, Kyle Williams. I don't know.
And boom.
Yeah, see, like I much rather would have had Trey Harris there, like a million times over Kyle Williams right there.
Absolutely. I got Herbert with McConkey and Harris.
Yep. And I wonder if he's a Patriots fan. Like that could mean something for drafting Williams, guys like that.
Does he got Drake May? No.
Even just Kyle Williams in general, not even compared to anybody in the 12th round. I don't know. I'm not feeling Kyle Williams in the 12th round of a redraft. Like, what do you guys think? Throw it in the chat. With Kyle Williams, what's the earliest that you would draft him in these best balls?
Not.
Yeah, I mean, most of these rookie wide receivers, I'm kind of avoiding them anyways.
Yeah.
Guys like Harris, guys like Tet. I mean, there's other guys who, I won't mention until they actually get drafted. But, there's only like a handful of these top-end rookie wide receivers that I really want to take a chance on.
Yeah.
Because there could be an Amon-Ra and a Puka out there, guys who were drafted in the 4th or 5th round. But, like, I'm not drafting those guys in the 12th round. Like, I mean, Kyle Williams, I know, is a 3rd rounder, but yeah, those guys are like just the super dart throws. They're still offensive players right now who, like, really valuable. And if you're watching, John, salute, bro. Then Ziggy fell for the bait, man. Only 3 RBs. Yeah,
Bateman just never did it.
Nah, he sucks, man.
If Buco, he was
Go ahead, what were you saying?
Buco was the wide receiver from Ohio State, wasn't he?
Yeah. And like even like Egbuka, I mean, if he was drafted higher than what he was, well, actually, I don't know. I mean, he was drafted in like the 1st or 2nd round, right? He was drafted pretty high, but that's even compare it to like a JSN when he was a rookie. Like he's behind DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, and he didn't see the field like as much as everybody swore that he was going to see the field as a rookie.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Yeah,
2 years
rookie
later,
receivers are only going to do like McConkey and like these guys. They're coming into teams that didn't really have a star in front of them.
yeah, for sure. What up, culinary dropout?
I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem. Let's see. And 4:20 a.m. said, I don't think Pitt released Najee because Warren could be the man as much as Najee wasn't producing enough to justify the money. Well, I don't even think they released him. I think they just didn't. They just didn't pick up his. Didn't re-sign him. But the thing is like, how can you produce when your offense is trash and your line sucks? Like, I mean, it's just a total oxymoron. Like right there, he ran for over 1,000. Like, he's one of very few backs that has ran for 1,000 yards 4 years straight. Just coming out as a rookie, it doesn't really happen that often. So I think, given the circumstances, he did good. But yeah, everyone expected him to be like a top 5 RB or like something like that. Jerry said Ibuka is going to be fun to watch. I hope so. I hope he doesn't take away from the Mike Evanses and our Chris Godwins of the world. But yeah, I mean, he's going to be good for sure. Chris was saying, I think some people get stuck in dynasty mode in these best ball redrafts. I mean, that's, that's 1,000,000% the truth. Yeah, I mean, there's some of these rookies who might not do shit, their entire rookie year, but they get drafted pretty high just because, that rookie hype. Brown said, like Ibuka, God forbid, Evans, or Godwin struggle. Just don't like his ADP. Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, shit, you got to get him in the 12th round. Like, I mean, I know we're not talking about world beaters also in the 12th round, but I feel like I'd rather have Ingram like over Ibuka, who got drafted 3 picks later. Let's see who else. I'd probably rather have Mooney over Ibuka. I'd probably rather have Pittman in best ball than Ibuka. Yeah, I mean, those are just some guys who were drafted like right there. And no, I did not. I mean, I laughed when I saw you put Naked Grandma, but I did not get the reference. And 420 said, doesn't matter whose fault it is. They didn't want to pay him when they can get a new RB who could be better on a rookie deal. Well, yeah, I mean, Pittsburgh literally keeps doing that like all the time. So, yeah, it really doesn't matter how good or bad Najee was. Like, just go look at their track record of everything they've done ever since they paid Le'Veon Bell, right? And I don't even know if they paid him anything crazy. But, like, ever since that, they're just like, fuck paying a running back. We're just not going to do it. Oh, just YouTube Family Feud, Naked Grandma. Let's see. Naked Grandma Family Feud. Let's see here.
That's a hell of a fucking so far.
I remember this. I remember that. I only had to hear the question. Name something that if a burglar was breaking into a house that he wouldn't want to see. And the dude, Naked Grandma. So funny. Crispy says, well, I don't have any Egbuka in best ball going too early. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I have one Egbuka at all. I know I have a handful of Harris, and I probably got some Higgins and and Beck in the mix, but yeah. Dude, and if you guys haven't one of the things that was so fun about drafting in March and April before the NFL draft happened, dude, you were getting some of these rookies in the 20s, in the 20th round, 25th round for some of these guys. Shit. Well, there was multiple drafts where RJ Harvey wasn't even drafted. Like, that's how crazy, times were pre-NFL draft. And so just reminding everyone, because next year we're starting at the same time. We're going to be starting in March. Like, the day that free agency starts is the day that this tournament's going to start. Hey, Sam in the house. What up, bro? Jay in the house said, who's getting all the targets at Tampa Bay this year? Evans, Godwin, Bucky. Someone has to score points in fantasy. Said, who's the person to draft on that team? I mean, I still think that Godwin, given the health, is gonna be the number one over there. But the thing with Evans is like, dude, he's been a guy. He only goes over 1,000 yards. Like he never goes on. Well, actually, did he go under in one of the years now? But either
I
way,
don't think so.
dude, I mean, we're talking about one of the like best red zone threats in NFL history, at the wide receiver position. And that's no cap. He is. So I think it's going to be those two. It's definitely going to be Bucky. We're going to see Otten. I mean, we saw at different times that Otten was getting targets.
Yep.
I'm not saying that Buka won't score points, but I bet you he doesn't go over 1,000 yards. I bet you he doesn't have 5 touchdowns. What up, Dominic? It's going down, bro. All right, let's keep smoking. Smoking on some Rhythm Afternoon Delight. I mean, I know we're going into the evening, but I'm smoking on the Afternoon Delight. And this is 33% THC.
That's not bad. I like them carts, bro. They be getting like 89, 99, 98% pure.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm out and about, I'll get a cart if I'm going to be out and about. But man,
Yep.
it's like nothing replaces the bong for me. It really doesn't.
The flower is where it's at, bro.
Yeah. Especially with a lot of the bullshit that people are doing with these carts that's somehow legal.
Yeah. Yeah, like I've seen them put Fetty in that. People saying they put Fetty in that shit.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
Yeah. Jay Money said, I think he'll get most of the targets. He just won't be as good after the catch. He'll still be the slot guy. Baker loves the slot. Well, why would Egbuka be in the slot over Godwin, though? Because, like, they moved Godwin back to the slot, and, like, until he got hurt last year, he was, like, the number one wide receiver for fantasy. So, like, I'll never agree with any kind of opinion about a rookie gonna lead the team in targets or get most of the targets when like there's still, unless injury happens. Like if injury happens, like yeah, anything can happen. But it's just like this is literally just like JSN, exact same thing. Like there were so many people that year who said that JSN, I mean, well, that he was gonna be the top receiver on the team. I mean, there was some people who were like, I remember one guy, dude, stupidest shit I ever saw, where he said that JSN as a rookie was going to lead Seattle in receptions, in touchdowns, and in yards out of all the wide receivers. And it
over
was like,
DK.
yeah, like
He didn't even outdo Lockett, did he?
no, not his rookie year, no. And like
Yeah.
I remember I made a video where I was like, these are like the top 10 overdrafted guys that I'm just avoiding. And he was like right in the middle of that list.
Yeah.
And I got so much hate for it. But it was because it was a redraft video. And I even said it. This is redraft, not dynasty that I'm talking about.
Yep.
And Brown said, can we get a Mark background story? Yeah, I mean, we met on Facebook and got, in the Facebook group, like where a lot of you guys met me as well.
Yep. And I can give you a story. It's a hell of a one, I tell you.
I mean, they probably want a little sneak peek.
I mean, I'm from Elwood, Indiana. I got a pass like everybody else. I've been to prison a couple times. I've been dealing with addiction since I was 12. You know what I mean? I've been out there off everything. I'm clean now. I haven't done anything. I've been since I got out of prison. I can't say because they sent me to one of the shittiest prisons in the world. So the only way to get through that was to not be there. You know what I mean? And it was a crime to be white there. Let me tell you.
What state were you in?
Indiana.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been. It's been a crazy little ride. I don't even know what to do here. There ain't no offensive players left. God damn it.
Yeah, right. I know. And Jay Money said Godwin will get lots of targets in the slot. He won't get as much after the catch because the injury he had. I mean, maybe not. We'll see.
This is
I
a
mean,
stretch.
that's a big stretch. Yeah.
It's a stretch, but I gotta get somebody that could do something.
Yeah. And Brown said, love the random Facebook meetups, all walks of life coming together for fantasy football. For sure. And like someone posted today, I forget what it was, but they were like, it was something like, how come people will like support these like celebrities and shit, but they won't support like people who like, you know, their friends and family, like when it comes to like business. And I'll tell you that, like, man, there's like one person, I think, who like, or no, two, Chipokawaka and Zukru. Those are like the only guys that I've been like playing fantasy with like pretty much forever that like get involved with the shit that I have going on, you know. Like all the other people, like they're not involved with like shit that I'm doing. Like some people won't even subscribe on YouTube. Shit's free. And it's funny, like when people like, you know, when I was first telling people like, man, subscribe on YouTube. And they're like, for what? And I'm like, I don't play fantasy football. I'm like, okay, yeah.
Well, yeah, but you can still go throw me a fucking subscribe.
That's how people that's how weird people are. Like, man, if any of my friends said that they had a YouTube channel, I'd subscribe from like 8 different channels, you know, to try to support, because like,
yeah,
it's really clicking a button.
yeah. I mean, literally, that's all you got to do.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like
if your arms are too heavy to lift up, bro, and you got some other problems going on.
Yeah. And like there's this one dude who my good karma is like pretty much one of the only friends that I know who actually has a business, and he has he's like a power lifter, and he has like a gym now in San Diego. And so like I signed up for like a gym membership, you know, to support him. And I don't even live in San Diego, you know, but literally just to give him an extra customer.
Yeah.
Godwin will push through that injury, tough motherfucker. Yeah. Hey, Joe in the house. He said, what's good, Stoner Nation? What up, bro? And Ron said, John is cleaning up in the middle of the draft. I mean, he's got, I mean, you know, the Kyle Williams. I mean, that pick was a little suspect to me, but I mean, Beck, Hutchinson, and Joku in the 16th, you know, like, I mean, he's been going, you know, shit. I mean, we've been going in the 11th and the 12th. And yeah, he's getting some good picks here in the middle rounds. What up, Ziggy? What up, bro? Yeah, you'll be first on the grade. Johnny in the house. What up, bro? He said, who's winning the draft so far? I would say that I don't even know who's winning the draft. Let me see. I'll tell you who's losing the draft is Ken, I feel, with Ward and Pesos as his 2 QBs in the 7th and 8th round. And he didn't even get Richardson. I mean, man, if you're going to be ballsy and get Pesos, just get Richardson also.
Yeah.
If you're going to draft Pesos in the 8th round, that's all I mean. He mostly goes where Richardson was going now, like 13th round, 14th, 15th round. And Pam said, I didn't think of logging in from my other Google. Yeah, I mean, I actually have like multiple like YouTube channels, but like literally if you have a Google account, that is a Facebook account, you know? And yeah, like literally just like swapping, you know, changing from one Google account to the other, you know? And I don't necessarily need people to do that for me. I'm just saying, like, you know, if someone was like starting up or whatever, that's like a way that you could like, you know, help them. Because it's free. That's another thing too. It's free. Yeah, it was weird. Even I'll tell you what, there's this one guy who he bailed on the fantasy leagues, and he's kind of like, he's not like hanging around anymore. I think it was because his teams were doing shitty for so long. And
Yeah.
I hit him up and I was telling him about the streaming service, the one that's like $40 a month or whatever. And
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, man, I can get you a deal on a year also. And I forget what price he said. And I was like, hey, man, I'll even beat that price. And he was like, nah, I'm just going to like stick with what I got. And like, just wouldn't even like, even though it's cheaper, it's probably better. And he knows me, it's like, yeah, people get weird about certain things.
Yeah.
We're gonna break that weirdness. Brown said wasn't Tootin going in the 9th round at one point. Said it's funny to see the ADPs have changed so much since the NFL draft. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he was going in the 9th round necessarily, but like earlier than what you got him in the 16th. And like, yeah, it's like I think the farther we get removed from the draft, the less and less people are going to be in dynasty mode, for sure. But it's like, when is that gonna happen? Because like a lot of the casuals, like they're coming around right now. Like this is when a lot of people are starting to get into it. I really feel like right after July 4th is when we start getting like where a huge percentage of like only redraft people are gonna be, getting back in the mix.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna see these drafts ADP change a lot. Because you can already see like the ADP's just gotten crazier and crazier for like running backs. And like, I don't think that's one thing that's going to get any better. That's a nice IDP run. Edrin Cooper, Van Ginkel, Levante David, Bobby Wagner, and Frankie Louvu in a row right there. Oh shit! Let me see. I didn't see that. J Money said, "I can't believe they project Debo to have less than 100 targets this year." You guys think so? Yeah, I think so. Because he's not gonna like. Let's go look at Debo's just targets in general. Like, I don't feel like he has like an insane amount of targets like year after year. Let's see. Actually. Dang it. Okay. I don't know why it's not showing like the full like player card here.
Nick Chubb's another one that could, if he comes back, you know what I'm saying? That could be the nastiest running back room in the league.
Yeah. And I mean, he's just he's a freak of nature. So, I mean, it's tough to like think that he's going to be exactly what Nick Chubb was, but
Yeah, but he ain't gonna be irrelevant.
no, yeah. I mean, even if he's anywhere in the vicinity.
Yeah. Shador.
All right, let's see. Debo has only gone over 100 targets one time in his career. So, I think it would just be just be foolish to think that he's going to go over 100 targets when like in 6 seasons he's only done it once. He lives in the 80 to he's had 81 targets twice. Then he's at 89, 94. And then the 2020 year he got hurt, he only had 44 that year.
Mike Hugh was nothing but IDP. They have all disappeared. Oh, wait, no. The Q doesn't ever want to vote for me on here.
Texan Stevie, what up, you motherfucker? He said, Alex sucks at drafting. Well, lucky for everybody, I'm not drafting in this one. I'm just commentating. You fucker. What up, dude? And Pam said, yeah, because of Terry. Yeah, exactly. Like Terry's going to have over 100 targets. I mean, shit. How many did Terry have last year? Because even with Debo, I bet he doesn't. I bet he stays the same, if not more. Last year he had 117 targets. Bet he has more this year than that. Hopefully the play calling evolves over there.
Blake Cashman off the board. I'm shitty.
And Johnny said, "Get in, Stevie." Yeah, Stevie B. I mean Stevie B. Stevie Texan Stevie needs to get into one of these motherfuckers. Yeah, it's only $11, Stevie. So yeah, hop into one of these days.
Absolutely. They're fun, that's for sure. Is fucking
Yeah, this is just damn. Look at Brown swooping on Ben Strange in the 17th round. Yeah, there's no Crispy in this draft. Swooping him early.
damn it. Blake Cashman, then EJ Speed.
Yeah, Toyota one's on it right now.
There we go.
Nick Bolton, Nick Cross, and then multiple guys who are sound drops. Patrick Queen. She's a killer queen. Cashman.
Straight cash, homie.
And EJ Speed. Uh-oh. Sam said get the soundboard ready for for his pickup. I'm ready. I'm on the player names page right now. All right. Yeah. Man, and you got and Kareem Hunt. That's someone he still goes late, like hella late, because I know sometimes still be able to get him in like the 20th round. But yeah, man, that's not too bad of a running back depth there in the 17th and 18th with Hunt and Chubb. Oh shit. Sam got in the zone. Get in the zone. The anal zone. Let's go.
The anal zone. All right. Come
What
on.
Crispy say? He ain't got the what? He ain't got the balls to get in one. You hear that, Texan Stevie? Crispy said you ain't shit. He's representing Texas over here.
Motherfucker. All right.
See it.
Here.
Here we go.
Just got to actually change the.
Here we go. Who is Mark gonna draft?
It's pretty anticlimactic, but I got Aaron Rodgers. So.
All right, yeah, Calvin Austin.
Probably could have gotten him a little later, but I just wanted to lock in the tandem, just in case.
For sure. And Johnny said Chubb's my favorite later running back. He said just got scooped in the 18 of the slow draft. Okay. Yeah, I mean shit, same here. 18 in this one. Man, you know what's funny is when Kyle Pitts was drafted in the 12th round, like I was like, man, he fucking sucks. Like you guys are crazy if you draft him that high. Like his coach says he sucks. They're trying to trade him, but nobody wants him. Says he can't understand the playbook. Like he sucks at blocking. Like I don't even know what he does good. And like I don't even care that he was drafted in the 19th round. He still fucking sucks in that spot. Like that's how bad he is. That even as a top 20 pick, he fucking
yeah. I thought about fucking with him, but he's one of your biggest busts at the, what I mean? When the first year, his rookie season, bro, he was a first round draft pick. And then he did a little bit, but he didn't, people were giving up high draft capital to get him.
Yeah.
Especially in tight end premium leagues, my God.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I remember specifically 2 drafts, number 1 and number 2 picks were Travis Kelce, Kyle Pitts.
Yeah. I've seen it happen before, and like as much as that makes sense, it also doesn't. I mean, it really doesn't. Muth over Pitts times a million. Yeah, and Muth isn't even that good. Like that's what's crazy.
No.
Muth isn't even that good. Hell yeah.
He's just gonna catch a touchdown or 2 one week, you know what I'm saying?
Follow Rob. What up, bro? Yeah. See, really, the 49ers, like they fucked up when they got Trey Lance. Like if they would have drafted Kyle Pitts, they would have won a championship if they would have just had him catching the ball, because obviously they got George Kittle, so they wouldn't need him to block.
Yeah.
He was I know that they traded 3 first-round picks, you know, to move up, and you don't do that unless you're taking a quarterback. But I guess
Yeah.
in my mind, like if I'm sacrificing the future, I feel like I want a championship now.
Yeah. If they would have drafted Justin Fields, I also think they would have a championship by now.
I mean, man, really, like the guy who they have as the backup on their squad is who they should have drafted, because they wouldn't have even had to make a trade. And they could have had Mac Jones at like 12 for 11th or whatever the hell
Whatever
it
they were
was.
at, because
Yeah.
New England got him at 15.
Yeah, exactly. And they were ahead of New England. So unless New England like
Yeah.
fucking traded up to get in front of them, and like he could have done, I mean, he did way better than fucking Trey Lance like ever wish that he could have did in the NFL.
Yeah.
And he was still the Patriots were still that bad that it didn't matter. He still like sucked for their team at the end
Yeah.
of the day.
So
if he was on the 49ers, like, and like that whole system, man, who knows what would happen.
that's the problem with those D2 Division 2, you know what I mean, that
Carson Wentz.
yes, that whole fucking section of college football, they're playing nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like North Dakota State is winning that shit every year.
Because there's literally one Jerry Rice, right? There's one Antonio Brown. Like those are 2 guys that I can think of that shit on the league coming out of like D2. But like that's it. Out of every other D2 player like in history, like none of them have ever shit on the NFL.
No.
And all they had to do was just wait another year. And then like Carson Wentz fucking sucks. Like, I mean, he did good, but like we're talking about a team that like literally won a Super Bowl with a backup quarterback. You know, like I mean, there's so many quarterbacks that could have been in that position and did equivalent to what he did.
Yeah, old Big Dick Nick.
Yeah. Hey, Captain Spock. Salute, bro. He said smoking on some coconut runts and having a cold one. Nice, bro. Cheers, brother.
Coconut gross.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, well, I'm sure it doesn't taste like coconut. It's just like I got these garlic cookies. I really am not a fan of garlic. I think I'm a vampire or something, but like, you know, it doesn't really taste like garlic.
Got my back. Got my
haven't heard the last name of Mac Jones. Will he start again? I mean, every Brock Purdy team that I draft, I make sure to get him just in case, because you just think about the 49ers bad luck at like keeping the quarterbacks healthy. It's you know, it's been a thing for a while. It's been a thing in the entire Shanahan regime, you know, that their fucking quarterbacks get hurt. Shit, even Brock Purdy got hurt when in the game, and they had to bring in who fucking god damn it, what's his name? Ultimate Journeyman. He was like their 4th stringer. Help me out, guys. Troy, no, he played for San Diego State back in the day, and I'm not San Diego State, University of San Diego. Somebody help me. Ultimate Journeyman. I know someone knows out there. Christopher said, hook Yardzilla up and Beetlejuice. Oh, nice. Are we close to filling? Yes, we only need 2 more. All right, in there. And the pork taco, he just hasn't played before with us, so just waiting for him to pay, and then he'll be in there. Josh Johnson, thank you, Johnny. Josh Johnson, the ultimate fucking journeyman. No, you got it. Hey, Brian, what up? Snoop de Whoop, what's up, bro? Joe, what up? He said Mac Jones could have won the Super Bowl. So I'm smoking some PPHE and some GMO cherry. Nice. That's what's funny is like if the 49ers weren't cursed, he might have, you know. Because yeah, when didn't he go out in like the first quarter? Wasn't that the Super Bowl? Yeah, Brian said how we living. I'm man, like a champ. Here's the top of the board.
Oh man.
There we go. And This is the Family Feud division. If I did not shout that out already, let me know after you peep it for a minute, Brian. When
You're
you're
giving
good.
out you're giving out one of Steve Harvey's suits if we win this one, right?
Yeah, that would be funny, right? John in the house. What up?
In this
And
time.
what happened to Jimmy G? He's on the Rams now, but he got what happened? Did he get suspended or some shit last year? Got hurt? Like I don't know. He's using like PEDs. I think he got popped for PEDs, is what it was. It was something like that. We got a bunch of people on YouTube. Shout out to everybody. Make sure you hit that like button. Everyone who's commenting, I know, is subscribed. But yeah, if you're not subscribed, just hit that subscribe button. It takes a quick sec. Guap said, I'm living like a rebuilding dynasty team. Man, that means you're struggling.
Yeah.
But rebuilding dynasty teams is fun, but it's definitely not for the faint at heart, and it's not for the people who want to rebuild. Like I've seen some teams where like they're posting in the Facebook group and they're like, look at this rebuilding squad, like what should I do? And it's like the most dog shit like team that I've ever seen, where like players would barely be backups, for like good teams, let alone starters on anybody's teams.
Yep.
Yeah, I think
I've seen a few of them.
People, you got to there's like a somewhere in the middle, because you got to be willing to like trade your players, but like you still shouldn't trade every single one of your starters, like if you're rebuilding.
No, because there was no guarantee Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson was going to come out and hit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, your number one, your first, yeah. There, people, especially right around the NFL draft, rookie fever is. I love rookie fever because I swoop in and take all the Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, all them guys.
One team that I won a championship with last year, we go back to like before, it was either before the 2024 draft or before the 2023 draft, where I think it was 2 first rounders and a second rounder got me CD Lamb and Jamison Williams. And I didn't even like Jamison Williams at the time. I still don't like him, but still, like even CD by himself, like most of the time is worth 2 firsts and a second.
Yeah.
And it's because the dude had rookie fever. And like you could go through 10 different drafts. You could do 10 drafts a year with 10 different teams for 10 years. And you might never draft a CD Lamb or a Jamar Chase or, like you just never know. We never know if any of these guys are going to turn into that.
Yep. Yeah. So that year the year that I got Amon-Ra St. Brown in most of them leagues in the rookie drafts.
Yeah.
More often than not, I was building. I was trying to win a bunch of money that year.
Yeah.
And I traded off. You fucker. Demario Davis. God damn it.
That's a good pick, and I always forget his ass, and I always get pissed when.
Well, if they got him so far down in the ADP, I did not think I would have took him over Josie Jewell had I known that dude was gonna fucking do that. Asshole.
Yeah. And Joe said, where do y'all go for new dynasty startups? Is it word of mouth or is there like a forum somewhere? Well, if you go to 420crew.com, that's like my private, like social, my private social media. And I'm posting dynasty leagues all the time. Like right now we got, right now, I think it's pretty much like we're just sticking to the, we're sticking to, I think there might be one Superflex IDP league filling. Let me double check. Yeah, there's one Superflex IDP league filling, and outside of that, I'm just gonna do Superflex the rest of the way. And there's a $30 buy-in, and then there's a $55 buy-in. And it's on Sleeper. It's paid through League Safe. If you're in like a foreign country or something, I mean, we could work something out because like I do try to get international people involved also. And yeah, like my dynasty leagues are the shit. Like even though there's like You know, there's always a chance that some people are going to bow out. Like not every single league that I had last year had what's it called? Had orphan teams, but there's a shitload. I mean, I commission a shitload of teams. I think when I did the math, there was maybe like over 100 like orphan teams like spread out over like fuck, I don't even know, maybe like over 100 leagues. So I mean, maybe it's averaging like one orphan like per league or whatever. Man, I filled all of those with like no issues. We got people who are hungry. Okay, Joe said, "No, I'm in Massachusetts." Okay, and just throwing that out there for anybody who may be listening, but who might be too scared to ask what you're asking. But yeah, 420crew.com. If you get to Patreon, that's the best place. I mean, and if you want me to throw in a Dynasty League link right now, you can join. You can read the bylaws before you pay. $30 Superflex Dynasty needs. Actually, no. The $30 Dynasty shit, there's not even anybody in that. I just opened that. But the $55 Dynasty, we only need 2 more. So if you want to jump into that, that would be perfect. And there is a Superflex IDP. That one is also 55. And there's 6 spots remaining there. And that will probably be the last Superflex IDP Dynasty that I do. And oh yeah, Sam said I hit on BTJ a lot last year. Yeah, and see, like, here's where I fucked up last year because I'm in so many dynasties. Probably had like 30 dynasties last year, and I got a couple more this year. When the draft started, I was taking BTJ like crazy. Like I got him in like, I don't know, maybe like 3, 4, or 5 leagues, like right off the bat, with like the 9th or 10th pick, like something like that. And then I was like, damn, like what if BTJ doesn't hit? Like, let me get some Worthy. And so I got some Xavier Worthy. And then I was like, okay, let me also diversify. Let me get some Keon Coleman. Because those were like all the guys who were going at the end of the first round. And I wish I would have just trusted my first instinct and went all BTJ. That would have been titties.
I forgot to add when I give my little backstory. I got 5, counting 1 for each finger, 5 boys.
Yeah.
I mean, a whole starting 5 in basketball. Give me an offensive line. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you. I don't think they're going to be, necessarily basketball players, but I definitely got here. Come here, Atlas. Here.
Okay.
I definitely got me an offensive lineman right here. You know what I'm saying? Look at that big boy.
He's ready.
Atlas Chaffin right there.
There you go, man. Left
Remember
tackle.
that name.
Get you paid.
Absolutely. The next Quentin Nelson, baby.
Guap said, who you think's the next BTJ or Neighbors? They might not be in this class. You know, this class was like, this class was kind of weak, overall. Because, like, I don't think it's going to be Igbuka. Like, look at where BTJ was drafted, like kind of in the similar kind of range as Igbuka, right? And like, it was way different. Like, he had the path to being number 1. Igbuka needs a lot of injuries to happen to be number 1. And same thing with Neighbors. He didn't have shit in front of him. Like, he got drafted to be the number 1 right away.
Yeah. I think Trey Harris could be the next T. Higgins.
Yeah.
Next to Ladd.
And now Captain Hook, he was just saying, like, I mean, because those are like, the most recent guys who balled out like that, right? So that's all he means. Who's going to be the guy who's going to be the diamond in the rough? Joe said, bro, looking like a young Will Campbell. Hell yeah, man. You want that left tackle offensive line money. That's where it's at.
Absolutely.
Guap said, post the link for the 55. All right. Joe, let me know your sleeper name, because if you join, as long as you pay, like somewhat soon, that'll be your spot. And yeah, because we only got 2 more spots left. And whoever doesn't get into the 55, I mean, you might just join the 30. Okay. It's gonna be time to smoke a little bit more. Let's see who's joining over here. All right, Guap joined. All right, Joe, it's on you, man. If you want that last spot, hop in right now. Take a look at the rules and decide by it tomorrow night, sir. Don't wait, dude. Don't wait. Just jump in now and look at the bylaws. I'm telling you, because it's gonna fill before you. It's gonna fill before you make a decision, and then you're gonna miss out. So just, and if you're cool getting into the 30, that one I'm sure will take a couple days to fill. But yeah, I would, if you want to get into this 55 that's going to be drafted, I'd recommend joining right now and reading the bylaws soon, and then making a decision tonight if possible. And Brownside question for you, Huss. What month did Derek draft his winning team? Good question. It was, I think, in the 113 division last year. Let me go. Actually, you know what? I have it on YouTube. I can go look and see. What was there? Yeah, because the top three teams, 113, 100, and 18. Those were the top three. Let me see if I have it here.
Homer picks right there. I can't help it. Colts fan, and then we got a Purdue guy. So
there we go.
Although I am a Notre Dame fan, but my grandpa was a Purdue fan. So
okay. So it looks like it was in August. It was an early August draft, August 11th. Let's see, when was 100 drafted? And then the team that he got second place with was drafted at the end of July. And then the number 18 was a slow draft. And that was, that one was hella early. I don't even know how early it was. That was probably April status. Yeah. And I feel like this year is going to be a lot different than last year, though, because we I think for like the first couple weeks, like we had enough people to where we were able to fill a bunch of drafts, but then there was this kind of like dead period where we couldn't fill a draft every single day, so we were only doing like 3 a week. This year is like way different, and like people are way more on it this year than last year, that's for sure. Because like a handful of you guys that got in last year at the end, now you guys have been in the entire time, drafting these savage teams. Ron said Buckner round 25 is criminal. Shit, I've seen him get drafted in the 30s, Buckner's one of those guys is like, he does good, but because he's not an edge rusher, like nobody drafts him high.
Yeah. He's sack dependent, really.
Yeah.
That's why he falls like that, I imagine.
Yeah. Right? Johnny said, do it now before someone like me gets high and join just because he loved to draft. Yeah, see, exactly. Let's see. I was drafting Mostert so high in the early best balls. What, this year or last year? Last year, if you did that, that was great. Brown said, Mark, I drafted 8 Eagles players in one draft, mostly offense. I believe they called me a homer 6 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark's definitely drafting like a homer. Let me see how many Colts.
If you can't have fun while you're drafting, then why draft? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so let's see. JT, Franklin, And Buckner.
Buckner.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, see, there's a little bit of a difference there, Brown. I mean, shit, you draft JT and Zaire Franklin. I mean, I don't know. That doesn't make him a homer. Let's see. Let's see what
That makes him a
random.
good drafter. That is what that makes him.
Let's see what random Colts he drafts in the last couple rounds, though. Let's see, because now it's gonna happen. Now
Yeah,
that
it's
I'm
got to happen. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
talking- Browns
I
out
was
cows.
definitely going to grab a Donnie Mitchell in this next round until somebody fucking grabbed him.
Yeah. The Browns out cage is interesting to know the ADP changes more as the casuals enter. Yeah, oh yeah, that's for sure.
Absolutely, especially the IDP, where you get these new guys drafting IDP leagues that have absolutely no clue what they're doing. It fucks the ADP. Motherfucker, we said that. We did that on purpose.
Yep. Mondo could be here. He was here a little earlier. And Crispy, you played to win the game.
You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game.
Yeah, and Johnny said Franklin may be a couple rounds early, but that dude's ADP #1. Yeah, and seeing like, I don't even know if it's a couple rounds too early because like I see him go before 9/11 a lot. So, you know, no guarantee that he would have even made it to his next pick.
Yeah.
But yeah, I usually just let other people set the top end market. I usually don't like to draft the first IDP because I don't know. Sometimes people will just push it off and then you could end up still getting top end guys, you know, because it's always there's one person who sets it off and then it's like it ends up being like one or two other people who kind of like make the IDP move and then you can create a whole run, you know, after like 2 or 3 people.
Yeah.
All right. And Joe, if you are, I'll post the bylaws. I mean, they're in the pinned chat, but I'll make it easy on you. Just reposted it there.
Notre Dame pick. That was another homer pick. You were saying, damn it.
Overshown. I'm curious when he's going to come back.
Is he out or something? They didn't say that.
Yeah, he's hurt.
Is he?
Yeah.
No, he's on the bottom. You know what I mean? He's got good stats. He's on the bottom end of my IDP, so I got time for him to come back. I don't know if you've seen that IDP little squad I got going on there. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I feel like it's nice.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we don't know 100% how much time he's going to miss. He's going to miss something because of the injury. It happened so late.
I really don't like my starters. My offensive starters is not good. But I mean, my top end guys carry most of the weight, I feel like.
I mean, you got to have a couple bench guys that end up making it into the starting lineup, but you know, it's just one of those things. Got to have a good mix because it's going to be those starters that make the huge difference.
Yeah. Well,
Saquon falling to the 1.8 after I took Bijan at the 101 it made me sad. Yeah. I mean, you look at who went over him though, and like Mondo. So I'm pretty sure he's more of a redraft guy. Not necessarily that makes a difference or anything, but we've seen Justin Jefferson fall like a little bit.
I
This
got
is
him
the
at the 10 last time.
yeah.
I got
He's gone
Justin
in the
Jefferson
second
at the 1.10.
He's gone in the second round a few times recently. Not often, but it's happened.
I've seen it.
Quap said, "Just give me the 110 through 112, and I'll be happy." We'll see. I'll sprinkle some juju on it. I don't know what that's gonna do, but we'll see. Yeah, see, look at that. Sam said got him at the 202. Yeah, I mean that's what's crazy is because every draft could be different. I mean, shit, we saw Justin Jefferson go in the top 4, I think, in one of these, drafts recently. So it's fun, man. It's fun.
As long as JJ McCarthy gets his Jedi mind tricks down, he should be all right.
Yeah. And Ron said, enjoyed the draft. Jen's going to get in a few more in the next week. Nice. Said, keep up the great content, Alex. Thanks, Ron. Thanks for coming through, bro. And yeah, glad you like the drafts because I know. Yeah, Ron, he was someone who said he never did an IDP draft before, and he got a B+ on IDP when I was grading his team. And
Yep.
so he's one of the people who drafted, really good right off the bat. I don't know how much research he did or anything, or just went off the sleeper shit. But
Well, with IDP, like you hear defensive players' names when you're listening to the games. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's how most of your newer guys draft. They hear the names and that's how they draft their IDP. You know what I'm saying? The names they're hearing all the time.
it should be like that for everyone because I still don't understand why there's like so many pussies out there who are like get scared off by IDP,
Yeah.
Because like I always think it's real funny when like people will ask like what kind of league I have for like dynasty, and I'll say there's a single QB one, there's a super flex, and there's super flex IDP, and I'll be like, what's your preference? And like they'll just be like, no IDP. Like, okay, so you told me what you don't like, you pussy. Like, but tell me what you like.
Yeah.
Sam said the 85 grade haunts me. I mean, man, it could be worse. Like, what if you were getting 83s all the time? See, I knew that. JJ went at the 206 a few weeks ago. Criminal was all RB. See, like, I didn't know how long ago that was, but you kind of remembered. Chewy, what up, bro? Johnny said my advice for IDP is look at the top scorers for each position, then go through their game log, see how they score. It takes a while, but it's worth the effort. Yeah.
Yeah. The year I started drafting IDP leagues, I cannot tell you the amount of hours I put into reading every single fucking IDP player's stats. Like all of them. You could not have hit me that year with a player, and I couldn't have told you how many tackles they had.
Yeah, and you really don't have to do that for offense. So like it's like, a lot of these guys, like we may know the general vicinity of like certain stats that they got in, or might even know the exact stats on some of like the top guys. But it's like you don't have to go through all those guys for offense. Like we already know offense well enough. So it's like it's actually fun doing things like that on defense because I don't know, just like opens up a whole new world. And like defense, I don't know, man. Like defense wins championships.
Absolutely.
It really does. Joe said, I'm liking it for sure. Wouldn't be able to pay until tomorrow night at the earliest. Don't want to take a spot from someone who wants it before then. I mean, if you are paying for sure, if you tell me you're in 100% for sure and you don't flake, because until someone flakes, I'll take their word for it. Because I'd rather get someone new in, than someone who's been in like, a million leagues already. So if you want in, I'll hold your spot until tomorrow night. It's still only 24 hours. And yeah, then we'll plan on starting tomorrow night. All right. Joe said he's in. There we go. All right.
Boom.
So let me see. I guess for now, let me just go lock the league so that no one else can join. All right. Someone said, "Where's the link to pay?" Here it is. All right, and this might be the last $55 dynasty for the year. I might just do might just be what's it called, $30 ones the rest of the way. I mean, maybe we'll have another 55 actually, because it's only going to be super flex though. And Jamie said, "What happened to the emojis, man?" So you got gifted the membership, and it looks like it looks like you don't have the plus, the little green cross next to your name anymore. K2 said grades. Yeah. We almost made it to the end. Should be able to do that. You're going to be after Ziggy. Joe said lots of best ball in 2 decades of redraft, but never super flex and never dynasty. Okay. Well, I would say if you like, I don't know if you can draft tomorrow night with us in the $11 best ball that we're doing. That would just give you, a really good idea of how the super flex is going to go, get the juices flowing that way. Really, in a dynasty, you definitely don't want to avoid the quarterbacks, because it's the hardest position to like trade for. Like, it's going to be the most expensive position, to trade for, unless you're getting lower end QBs that are a little bit older, kind of on their last leg.
Especially in dynasty super flexes, like they are tough to get.
Yeah. And not every year do we have like, years like previous years where it was like 4 or 5 good, QBs coming out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cam Ward is about the only one that I even like this year.
Yeah.
And I've not even like completely sold on Cam Ward.
Sam said, "You seen any teams in the leagues that make you think it's a sure thing top 10 team?" Rough take, obviously. Well, I've seen a couple teams where I'm like, damn, like this is like probably as close to an A as I've like seen. I feel like I've seen a couple of those, but none of them like stick out in my head. Like that. Like none of them were that good to where I like remember them. Because we've been literally drafting every single day. But I would say it would be the teams that hit like those 88-mile-per-hour special teams. The teams that got the 88 B+ grade. I mean, that's the highest grade. There hasn't been an 89. There hasn't been a 90. Like I've said what the parameters need to be for someone to be able to get a 90. It's like you got to get 3 positional A's, a B+, and probably even a B on your bench. So it's like you legit like need to be like perfect.
No, that's not easy to do in 12 teams.
No. Because mainly, I mean, the biggest thing that I've said before is like the only way that you're going to be getting an A is if there's like 3 or 4 teams that draft like dog shit. And like maybe, and if you're the one to swoop on all the extra value, like maybe.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Who else said a grade? And Rob said, "Am I in that league?" No, I don't think so, but it filled. That's the let me double check. Oh yeah, you are in this one. Yeah. It's the 106. You're the first one in there. That's why I didn't see you. I had to scroll all the way up to find you. Yeah, you are in this one. So yeah, that's the one. It's gonna be starting tomorrow. I don't know if you paid, but yeah, I'm gonna let everyone know. Let's get paid up sometime between now and tomorrow night. All right, and Toyota 1, you'll be after K2. And then Brown, you will be after Toyota 1. See, look at this. Yeah, Joe said I've been hitting a lot of in round 17, 18 in best ball. Yeah, see, exactly. If you win single QB, like you got, like, look at how early you got to get him in super flex. He went at the 10-2 right there. And that's just like the difference between the, like, you look at the top 10 rounds.
Quarterback snipers out here, bro.
Yeah,
Hard out here for a pimp. You hear me?
that's for sure. Yeah, QB's going like crazy. Sam said Crispy always makes me nervous when drafting. I mean, man, Crispy, he's a tough competitor. And K2 said there was 189. Who was the 89? It was K2. Okay. And see, that might have been one where you got like 2 positional A's, and like a B plus and like something else. But yeah, okay. See, there we go.
Somehow I squeaked out a B on that last draft with Anthony Richardson as my QB2. That was only because I got a super high A on my receivers. I feel like I deserve like a C plus.
Maybe
On that.
That's why I do
that guy gets an F. He just drafted Mitchell Trubisky.
Oh man, K2, what the hell? Yeah,
Shitski.
But he probably has Josh Allen. So
yeah, he probably does.
One way that you raise your grade is every quarterback that you draft in like the top 10 rounds, could be 2, could be 3, could be 4, but anyone you draft in the top 10 rounds, if you draft their backup, you draft the backup for all of them, your quarterback grade automatically goes up 1 level.
Yeah.
That's why I added the extra 5 rounds. Last year it was only 30 rounds. I added 5 extra to give us the freedom. Draft a couple extra IDP guys if you want. Draft a couple backup quarterbacks. Draft a couple backup wide receivers or whatever. But last year I feel like some of us probably felt the injury bug in some of these leagues when we had good teams. But you catch a couple injuries.
I was in the joint last year, or last 2 years, matter of fact. So I was out, you know what I mean? Out of commission. So,
and were you in it? So I started this tournament in 2021. Do you remember being in it in 2021 or okay?
No, I was in one of your redraft leagues. I won it.
Yeah.
I won that one. I got the ring and I think it paid out like 400.
Yeah,
it was nice.
The Dynasty League more than likely is starting tomorrow. I'm assuming that you're going to be the last one to pay. Because I'm going to get everyone to work on it before that. But it's a slow draft though, so you're not. It's a slow draft. You got time. That's why I was saying you could do the draft tomorrow for best ball. It's $11. That'll be like really good super flex draft practice for you, if nothing else. And who knows, maybe that team turns into some money too at the end. But that's why I originally created this tournament, to have something that was like draft practice right before like redraft got kicked off. Because originally this tournament took place in July and we just drafted in July and that was it. But in 2023, that was the one where, that was the time just we're doing more, and Underdog like started and we're just like, fuck it. All right, we're just going to go. We're starting it. We're kicking it off a little earlier this year. And then last year we started even earlier. We started April 1st last year. And then this year we started March 12th. That was the day that free agency opened.
Coming up on the last round, baby.
There. We are there. We're there, man. That's a good drop from Dumb and Dumber.
I feel like Quinn Ewers is going to end up getting some playing time this year. I just can't see.
Because of Tua being hurt all the time?
Yeah. I've gotten
quite
a few drafts.
Yeah, it's the only way he's going to be able to play, but it's not far-fetched that Tua's going to get his ass hurt.
They don't got anybody in front of him, do they? Not really.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you consider Zach Wilson somebody in front of him, but that's what's tough is like, Zach Wilson sucks, but like just the experience that he has in the NFL, even if it's not all great experience, it's still
Yeah.
better than a rookie who is drafted in the 6th round. Like,
Yeah.
it's like Joe Milton, like, Joe Milton last year, like, seemed like he could have been like a decent backup, on a bunch of teams and potentially even like started on a few teams, but just nothing happened, nothing transcribed. Snoop the Whoop was on it, yes sir. Yeah, and Zach Wilson sucks.
Yeah. There he goes. He had to have gotten 2, I bet.
Let's see. Yep.
Yeah, 2 and Tyree.
Brown doesn't usually do that either. He usually doesn't get
The backup.
yeah, that's something that he usually does not do. So I'm a little surprised. Dominic, what up, bro? Showing love on Patreon. What's going down, brother? Jump into tomorrow's draft, guys. I posted it on Patreon already.
I'm gonna try to swing it.
All right. Here we go. We're almost there. Almost there. Yeah, and I think how many people were in this draft that haven't drafted a bunch yet? Let's see.
This is only my second one.
So is your second one? It was Mondo's first. John Rowe. I know he hasn't done that many. K Nichols, he hasn't done that many. T Mill, Toyota 1, Brown, Ziggy, Newman. Those guys probably have the most out of everybody here.
These are Tyler. These are tight end premium, right?
Yep. It's an
Okay.
extra. It's an extra half a point.
Tyler Conklin would be the #1 tight end, right?
Yeah, he would be.
Theoretically.
I don't even think it's theoretically. I think that's just the way it is.
Yeah. I mean, so for the last pick, I mean, hell.
All right. All right. Give me 1 sec. I'm doing something in the background, setting someone up with the streaming. Hey, Zaire's here. What up? And Brown, he threw in a super chat. Let me dang it. Hold on. I gotta
Good luck, brother.
make sure we got Twitch and everything pulled out here. Hold on a sec. Okay, there we go. And okay, it's that first time drafter here. There we go. You the man, Brown. Jamie said Zach Wilson sucks on old ladies' titties. He's the MILF hunter, man. Zach Wilson sucks. 2 seconds after I selected him, said, don't mind getting the backup for the guy like Tua. Yeah. And Mondo says, go. Not bad for the first one, eh? Well, you want to get a grade? You would be 1, 2, 3, 4. There'd be, you'd be number 5 UB number 5. And yeah, Toyota won. Let me all right, real quick before I forget, let me go mark you guys down with the entries for our raffle. All right, sounds good. So we got, like I said, you'd be 5th. So bear with me, but yeah, we'll get this going here.
I'll go after the other feller.
What's up?
I said I can go after the other fellers.
Okay. All right, I'm marking down Brown and Toyota won with their raffle entries. Don't forget, any super chats that you do goes towards the raffle, and we're raffling off 3 of these glass on glass bongs from Prism, and it's Cannabis Now who hooked us up with these, and also got some signed jersey options: Javonte Williams, Joe Mixon, Andre Rison, Ocho Cinco, Frank Gore are a couple options for the signed jerseys. And then also we're going to be doing a 420 crew t-shirt.
Yeah.
And so we got 5 different items that are going to get raffled off. All right. And Brown and Toyota won. Appreciate you guys. We got you marked down for those. And K2 said, salute the first timer. Next thing you know, you'll be at 50. And let me see how many. Let's see how many Mondo did last year, because he was in this last year also. 4 of them last year. So that's what you got to do, Mondo. You got to beat 4. But there's a lot more money on the line this year as well too. We get to 200 leagues, which we should smash that pretty easily. It's going to be over 7,000 for first place. I think it's over 2,000 for second place, and then 3rd and 4th are getting over 1,000 as well.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir. Guap, that league filled. It was the other dude in here, Joe, who was talking about joining. He ended up joining as well. All right. Bull first. Toyota won. Pretty much demanded it with his super chat, so I'm going to oblige. And who the hell was first again? Let me see. So it was Ziggy's first, then K2, then Toyota 1, then Brown, and then Mondo. Okay, and then we'll do marks after that. Okay, here we go. Smoke this bowl and pull up Ziggy squad here. Okay. And Mondo said, yeah, I need to put in more. Last year one of my leagues got like 24th or 21st, something like that. Yeah, and see, and I could go see. I know I have all the final playoff finishes, so I know I could go look at, let me just do that real quick. Because I got it all listed still.
Who won last year?
It was Derek D. Lincoln. Let's see. It's probably better if you remember it the way that it was, but yeah, you got 53rd. You got 53rd last year, but that was in the money. So you had top 70 last year, made it into the money.
Okay.
So when we get to so the way that it works is however many leagues are in, it's 4 teams per league that make it to the playoffs. So automatically it's like 25% of the entire tournament is 33% of the entire tournament makes it to the playoffs. And then from there, the top 50% move on from week 15 to 16. And then from there, top 50% move on from week 16 to 17. And then from there, the top 50% are in the money. So you just got to keep being in the top half come playoffs. And K2 says, it's just me or is the mic turned down tonight? Well, yeah, let me know. I'm trying to got a lot of things that I got to fix about the audio, and I feel like it's because of the stupid crackling where I like turned it down a little bit and was dealing with that shit. Also, I might just be talking a little bit lower. Okay. Bull, then Ziggy squad. We started off with Mahomes and Stroud.
It's a good. It's a nice little QB room.
Got Rattler a little later. So for me, Mahomes is like a B plus. CJ Stroud's kind of like a B minus guy for me.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna average it out to a B for those guys. Let's see. Saquon, Kamara, Javonte Williams. Dang, only 3. Javonte's like a C, maybe a C plus. Kamara's like a B, and Saquon's an A.
Yep.
So,
ABC plus sounds like a B plus.
yeah. I mean, I feel like it's. I mean, I'm debating if it's either a B or a B plus. Yeah, and like the only reason why I feel like it could be a B is because that there's not too much depth. It's really just those 2 guys, and that's it. Javonte.
Yeah.
Who knows how many weeks he makes it in the starting lineup. But I got to give it a B plus because of Saquon, man. I mean, Saquon and Kamara, it's a pretty nasty duo.
Yeah, I like it.
Twitter one said, yeah, I think I got like 9 and then I had 2, then nothing. And it was in like the mid 200s and it was over. It said not bad out of a 1,700 team tournament. Yeah, for the first year. Yeah. And seeing like, I don't think I had any teams that made it in the money like last year. Like I think I drafted like 20 teams and I think only 4, no, I don't even think I had any teams that made the finals last year. Now that I'm thinking about it, that's why you see I've been pretty consistent at the way that I've been drafting. But yeah, it's ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
K2 said Crispy must have had a colonoscopy today. He's a little wound up. Yeah. Let's see. Wide receivers and pass catchers. Mike Evans, George Kittle, Flowers, Worthy, Laporta. I like it.
I like it. The tight end premium, that gives a little bump.
Yeah, like Kittle's like a B plus to me, like maybe even an A, and
Yeah.
because of the tight end premium. His ass just doesn't stay healthy. Like that's why he probably is a B plus in my eyes, because he gets hurt too much to be an A. But when he's on the field, he's always an A.
He's a blocker. You know what I'm saying? That's why he gets hurt.
Hell yeah, man! Puts in that work.
Yes, sir.
Man,
Put in work. Put him in the dirt.
I mean, Sam Laporta, he's another guy who I don't really like that much, but because of the tight end premium, at like the 10 spot there as like your last starter, that is pretty nice. Because it is either a B or a B plus. Like that's what I'm looking at and trying to debate in my head. Where do I really want to put this? And I am gonna make it a B though. Because even though George Kittle is probably a B plus, I mean, Mike Evans is a B to me because of how he's so hit or miss. It's like he's either going to be like top 10 or like not even top 100.
2 catches for 11 yards.
Yeah, so that's why I can't even make Mike Evans a B plus.
Yeah.
Crispy said 50 million gay men can't be wrong. So what are you saying, Crispy? What are you saying over there?
I'm saying if he lined 1 million dicks up, he wouldn't choke on a single one.
Man, workaholics. Every time we get some funny talk like this, I always think of that workaholics episode where they're just like if you had to, if it came down to it, like how much money would you really do it for, like legit? And Adam's like, legit? Maybe like $5,000. They're like, what? He's like, I could buy a motorcycle with that. And they're like, $5,000. Like, no, man, I said 50,000, okay? And like the whole thing was just the running joke of how much it would take Adam to S a D.
Yeah.
Guap said I got Laporta in the 8th round in a dynasty startup. Yeah, that's not too shabby, man, because you go back like a year and he was probably getting drafted way higher than that.
Absolutely. Yeah, the dynasty leagues he's awesome for. You know, I mean, he's young and he's a pivotal part of the offense. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you what.
At least
I'll
he
tell you what
was.
sucks about Sam Laporta though. Nobody wants to buy him. Like, well, people would want to buy him, but they want to buy him for nothing. That's the problem
Yeah.
with him. He's got
Yeah, you can't get a first out of him.
no.
I don't feel like any starting player is worth selling for a second or even 10 seconds.
Yeah, not in a tight end premium, right? Like, I mean, I may have the issue of like figuring, you know, should I start him or should I sit him like a lot of weeks, but yeah, I think I would rather like die on principle a lot of times in these trades than like sell someone for like nothing. Because it doesn't help you anyways. When you sell someone for nothing, like you're just getting nothing in return.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, Guap says he's been going in the 5th or 6th every other draft I've been in. Okay. Seeing that means little things like that. You know, the more of these drafts that you do, you see where those little steals are, you know, because that just really makes a difference. Getting those starters a couple rounds later, you know, than they've been going in these other drafts.
Yes, sir.
All right. IDP. We got Spillane and Henley, Levante David. I mean, Ziggy knows what he's doing when it comes to IDP. And Kevin Byard, solid. Barton, solid. Delpit, meh. Here's where it gets a little meh. And Diablo, Pitry. Blankenship's good. Sandra Still's good. Milano's whatever. So how many guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 guys who I really like, even with like the value, even though they're like strong B bench players. 10 total. I'm gonna say it's a B plus. It's not top heavy enough to be an A, but
yeah,
having 7 guys who I think are money on IDP is really good.
I like B plus.
And Guap said, no, so that league, it's not going to get set up today. It's going to get set up tomorrow. And Toyota one said, has dig in the hat. He said, I don't think I've seen that one. Just haven't paid attention. I don't wear this one that often. It's because of the colors. But yeah, like super trippy, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but I was rocking a blue shirt, so I mean, even if it's a light blue shirt, got the blue hat on.
Color coordinate.
Jay Money says, who gets a 28% target market share this season for the Chiefs, Worthy or Rice? It might be neither of them. Like, that's the thing. Like, when Rice was getting peppered like all early, it was like, you know, like Worthy hadn't really came on yet, you know, and then like when Worthy comes on, it's like Rice isn't there because he got hurt. So I don't know. They move it around so much. Like, there might not be a 28 to 30% target market guy over there. Like, maybe they move it around and we're gonna be, you know, maybe we get like one to 2 guys that are like flirting with the 20%, and then you get, you know, a couple others that are like 12 to like 18 on a normal basis. But yeah, I'm curious how do they use all these guys now that they're gonna have them all in the field at the same time, assuming they stay healthy. It's gonna be interesting. Hey, Brian knows what's up. It's grassroots, bro. I fuck with grassroots, man. And yeah, they always have something crazy on the inside too. Yeah, grassroots is the shit. They always hook me up with the friends and family discount as well, because they know I wear them on all my YouTube shows. One day I'm gonna get them to, you know, give me a shitload for free. We gotta get the subscribers up for that.
Yeah.
Crispy said, how many top 10 rounders would you give up for Chase Brown in a startup? None. I don't want to trade up for a running back.
Not in a dynasty.
Yeah, I don't want to do it. All right, hell yeah, Mondo. Roll that fatty, bro. I know I'm going a little slow on Ziggy's. We get distracted by the chat sometimes.
Hey, rocket ships, bro. We're going here and we're going there. We're going here. We're going there.
Hell yeah. Let's see what Jay Money said. He said, read, but when Worthy established a rapport with Patrick, so it could be Rice week 1, Worthy the next. You might not know. Might not know who's going to get each week, who's going to get the targets each week. Yeah, I mean that's why it could be a bad thing. I'm really curious to see how they move around the ball, but that's still one thing that we see from Patrick Mahomes a lot is like he doesn't get. I mean, other than Kelsey for those few years when there wasn't a lot of good wide receiver play, he doesn't get locked on to people like that. Like he moves the ball around because it's all about their play calling.
Yep.
Brown said, trivia question, which wide receiver was the most recent to be top 20 wide receiver with Mahomes? Probably Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, that would be my guess.
Yeah. Yeah, did they have any other top 20s besides Tyreek since he's been there?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, because being in the top 20, randomly, yeah, Hardman. Yeah, right. Like, I mean, I remember like a crazy ass game from Demarcus Robinson when like a bunch of people went out, but I don't think it was like enough to be top 20. Yeah, Hill. Yeah, see, of course. Yeah.
Top 20 on the season or top 20 that week?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. He's probably talking top 20 for the season because I remember like that Demarcus Robinson game. I think he was like top 5 that week, but literally,
Yeah, he had like 3 touchdowns or some shit.
That was a crazy ass game. I know a lot of that because that was like, dude, that was like a teabag your opponent with a fucking one free agent, pickup. And man, and see, I've been making pickups like that long before I've been doing content.
Yeah, that was Calvin Ridley when I first started doing DFS. I put him in. He was the rookie. 3,000 is your lowest amount you can spend on a player. I threw him in the flex. I only had $3,000 left. I built a hell of a lineup, and I threw Calvin Ridley in there, bro, and he got 3 touchdowns and 100 and I think it was 18 or 80 something, either 18 or 80 something yards.
Yeah,
I think it was 13 catches, 183 yards, 3 touchdowns. I'm pretty sure that was his stat line for that week.
Fucking insane.
That won me. I hit $19,000 on that one. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. Hell yeah. Jason, I can't believe Tyreek's gone back end of round 2, beginning of round 3. See, that's what's funny is like this is a redraft, right? And he's going in round 5, round 6. A lot of times, like that shit's gonna change when people get out of the dynasty mode and get all the way into redraft.
Right before the season starts, Tyreek Hill will be top 2, top 3 round pick.
More than likely. Brown said that's why I'd rather shoot my shot with a Godwin, Reed, or someone who has more upside than Ayuk, Worthy, Rice. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for Dynasty, like, of course, like, getting a guy like Worthy is like is great depending on where you can get him. But
yeah, he's the fastest man alive.
Yeah, and in redraft, it's gonna be injuries on what makes one of these guys really better than the other.
Yep.
Because I feel like it is gonna be just a lot of guys moved around. Jason, if you take out Jamar Chase in round 1 and grab Tyreek at the turn, you might have the most upside in that league to win. I mean, maybe. I mean, right now, I think it's a lot of the bullshit that's going on with Tyreek and what was it, his wrist or something, his hand. Like, I don't know what the fuck is fucked up with them, or at least like that the media made like a big deal or whatever out of, but it's really not. I've got him in the 6 so much. It's been awesome. All right. Back to Ziggy's squad. So what did I say? A B+ for your IDP. And now the bench. Diggs, Bateman, Mooney, Eckler, Leggett, Dubs, Wicks, Rashard Smith, Royals, Komet, Deontay Johnson, Elijah Moore, and Yoshivas. Sam said Tyreek scares me. He's got a little bit of a little AB in him. Yeah, you know,
He wants to
nothing.
race everybody. I know that.
I mean, if he's doing it on foot, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, we get some extracurriculars. We don't need him to.
Yeah.
One day, Tyreek's gonna peace out, just peace out on the stadium. Yeah, you think so? At like right before halftime, like Antonio Brown. I don't know if he'd do that, man. Maybe he would.
Seems like you guys should have together a little bit more.
For
That's
this
not
bench,
that's not a. I mean, Diggs and
it's Diggs and Mooney. I mean, I don't like Bateman right there. That was way too early.
Eckler's decent.
Yeah, I'm giving it a B minus on the bench, so it's kind of like neutral towards the overall score. And let me grade Ziggy's. We've been holding his team hostage here for a while. So it was a B, then a B plus, then a B, then a B plus, and then a B minus.
Yeah.
So the IDP, the running backs, bringing the average up, and
Like
actually, and then there's nothing bringing the average down necessarily. I mean, bringing it down to, I mean, the B's are like 85s to me, and that's kind of where a lot jumps off. Yeah, I think this one is man, I'm gonna say this one's an 87.
It's a B plus, ain't it?
I mean, it's the highest B that you could get without being a B plus. So to me, it's the 58, 50, or the 88s and 89s. Those are the B pluses.
Okay.
All right, Sam, so I'll take a grade if you, well, yeah, I mean, I'm having fun smoking and talking with you guys too, so that's what keeps, keeps the chat.
We ran for over 3 hours last time.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to be here for a whole other hour, but we're gonna knock out these grades. So we got K2, Toyota 1, Brown, Mondo, and then Sam. And then we'll do marks after that.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather you guys hop in and see if you don't want to feel bad about, like, if you think you're making me like stay up late. I am on the West Coast. It's 8:00 here. Probably way later for Mark. Where are you at again?
Indiana. It's 11. Yeah. It's 11:00 here.
Yeah. Yeah. See, a little bit of a difference. But if you feel bad, just hit the $sign and throw in a super chat. I mean, love tips, and you get entries into the raffle for that as well. That we're doing. That raffle is going to be July 10th, so we're getting closer and closer. And as of right now, there are. Where the hell is it? As of right now, there are 206 raffle entries in. So it's pretty much, we're only, just for this one, it's only going to be for like people super chatting and paying attention, to the show.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Who is next? K2, right? K2. Here we go. Where's his squad? Right here. Okay. Starts it off with Josh Allen.
Wild Stallion!
Bo Nix. Dak Prescott. Let's see. He got Milton. He got Trubisky, and he got Stidham. Okay, so
that's all three backups.
Yeah, so after we grade it, it's jumping up a grade. I mean, Allen's an A. Bo Nix and Dak are like B's to me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say B plus. But then since he got all his backups, it bumps up. So he's getting an A on the QBs. Running
Yeah.
back. Jacobs, Walker, David Montgomery, and Ramondre Stevenson.
That's Jacobs is a B.
I mean, I think Jacobs is a B plus. I think he's like kind of at the end of like that tier of guys, and then Walker to me is a B, and Monty and Stevenson they're kind of like B minuses to me. So I think it's gonna be a B overall.
Yeah.
RBs. Wide receivers. DJ, I want to score more. Jerry Judy, Chris Olave, Debo. I'm really not a fan of Debo. DJ Moore and Judy are B's to me, and Chris Olave and Debo are like B minuses. I'm gonna say B overall for those guys. IDP. Brooks, Buda Baker. We got Bynum, Jermaine Pratt, Yvonne Pace, Newbin, Cooper, Leonard Williams, Adebo, Dorian Williams, Cam Curl, and Lenore. Lenore gets a lot of tackles, and I wonder if he's going to be like, is he going to be like the number one for them now? Is he going to be the number two? He might not be their nickel anymore. I wonder how that would change his overall scoring, but we'll see. Let me see. So how many you got?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. I'm going to give it a B plus. There's just a few guys at the end who I feel like they're not up to the they're not a high enough standard as a bench player to like bring this to an A. Let's see the bench here. We got, where does it start? Ingram, Kincaid, and Ferguson. It's a really good start for the bench, especially in tight end premium.
Yeah.
Roshan in the 17th. Not too shabby at all. Josh Palmer. Roman Wilson.
Taysom Hill.
Yeah, Taysom Hill. I'm going to start avoiding Taysom Hill now. I don't know if you guys saw, but he's on the IR now, and they said there's no timetable for return. So I wonder, is this like, is it because they owe him like so much money?
Yeah.
You know, and they're not going to use him like that? Could be a thing. But yeah, I think I'm just avoiding Taysom Hill at all costs. Like, it kind of sucks, you know, because I know there's a lot of teams that we took him, and you know we like the.
I got him in a bunch of those DK best ball thing.
I mean, man,
They're only $3.
he makes a difference a lot, you know, and I mean, even if it's just a handful of games, you know, what if it's a handful of games in the playoffs or something?
Absolutely. 3 touchdowns in week 15 helps, bud.
Yeah. Okay. Who else? Noah Gray, Manning guy. I'm gonna give that a B minus. I mean, the tight end premium at the top of it. Oh shit, Taysom shredded his knee. Yeah. And I mean most is based on him running, so this isn't good.
Yep. That sucks.
Yeah. Oh well. We'll see what happens. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay. Overall, we got B plus or A, then B, then a B, then a B plus, and a B minus. So QB and IDP bringing the score up, and then it's yeah, that's really what it is. And yeah, nothing really bringing the score down too much. Those 85s, I mean, they or the B's, I mean, those just kind of maintain whatever average is being swung high or low. And dude, I mean, this is an awesome draft, man. This is gonna be an 88.
Yep.
An A, a B plus, two B's, and a B minus. And the B minus is kind of neutral towards the overall score. All right. Toyota 1. Lamar. Lawrence. Stafford. Good start. And he got all the backups, Jimmy G, Rush, and Mullins. So, I mean, Lamar's an A to me. T-Law, he's like a B. Stafford's like a B minus. I mean, this I would give a B plus also, and then he got all of his backups, so that turns this into an A. It's like it's doing something like that that might get you that extra, you know, that turns that 87 into an 88 or something.
Yeah.
So that's an A for the QBs. The running backs, Henry, I still have as an A. Kyren and Joe Mixon, they're like B's to me. So I'd be a B plus. Wide receivers, Smith, Adunze, Ridley, Kelsey at the 10-9. Man, he felt crazy. And then Mandrews at the 11.
Yeah.
I feel like this is solid enough for me to give it a B. I mean, it's not a B plus, but
Yeah. With the tight end premium, it's a solid B.
yeah. IDP. I was talking about this when you did this. The top 5: Nick Bolton, Nick Cross, Patrick Queen, Cashman,
Straight cash, homie.
and EJ Speed. That's a good starting 5. And then he swooped to Mario Davis, and then Rosboom, then Alontae Taylor, and then Kyle Van Noy and Kasan Nixon. Man, he killed the IDP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 total. Not top heavy enough to be an A, but I'm gonna give it a B plus on that.
Yep.
Then bench, Guarendo, Christian Kirk, Tillman, Likely, Ertz, Sampson,
I want to
Ramsford.
talk to Thompson.
Yeah, I got that that song on here, but I need to turn it into an actual drop. I've just been I've been slacking, but where is it?
You got both my running back backup.
You know what I want? I want to talk to Samson. Fly me to the moon like that bitch Alice Cram. Cause it's hard being black.
Sir Smoke-a-Lot. Oh, Crispy, you're gonna lose all your fancy foosball games.
You gonna lose all your fancy foosball games.
Olave going 7-8 is crazy in redraft. He was round 2 to 3 last year. I think he's injury prone. Still number 1. I mean, it's the concussions, you know. I mean, he's had them before, and their QB play sucks now. So that's another thing.
I have 0 stock in Olave this year.
Yeah, I think I may have drafted him in like one of these drafts, but that's probably it. Yes, sir. You the man, K2. Mondo said, didn't know about the tight end premium till all the late. My bad. He said, skip my rate. It's trash. Now, I'm still going to do it, man. Got to take your medicine. But it's also how you learn, what to change.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only one who gets roasted here is Crispy if someone throws in a super chat and says to give him an F, but he's not even drafted in this one, so not even an option today. And minus the injury at the QB got worse than Carr, I think. Yeah, I mean, Olave and Carr, like they were looking good. I mean, shit, Olave and Raheed Shaheed, like they were looking amazing at one point last year.
Yeah. Derek Carr pulled a fucking retirement. I mean, he's had to get that shoulder surgery. He also saved the team an assload of money. He didn't take his pay,
Yeah.
which I feel is righteous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't have done the same thing. Give me my money. But
yeah, I mean, I don't know how many people wouldn't have done that. I feel like there's an ulterior motive to that for some reason.
Like he's
Like-
trying to get some karmic swang.
Not even that. I feel like maybe like he's like retiring so that he skips the year and then he comes back and then he can play for whoever he wants.
There
If he
you
takes
go.
money, he might not be able to do that.
That's fair.
I don't know. Could be something like that. Crispy says it's pretty obvious I wasn't drafting. Yeah, I mean we haven't gone over Brown's team yet, but he got Ben Strange in like the 18th or 17th or some shit like that. What did Rob say? I just saw that dude at Save Mart yesterday. Who the hell are we talking about? About Carr? Tony once said I know because Tony wasn't drafted.
Man, fuck Tony!
Nah.
Okay, back at it. Did I give a grade for the
bench.
IDP? Oh, yeah.
B plus on the IDP. We're on the bench now.
Yeah, and it was Shipley, Butte, Herbert, Thornton at the end. Likely and Zach Ertz. I don't know. I don't even. Those guys don't even like. In my eyes, they're like the C guys now. It
Yeah.
sucks, man. Ertz has like one of the worst like schedules for tight ends. You didn't even get CMC, did you?
No, he didn't. I did.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a C plus for the bench. It's pretty solid, but I feel like that
Could've
big
been
IDP run that you took, like, you probably missed out on some guys that might have made it into a B minus.
Yeah.
Jay said that Waffle House is smoking good over here tonight. Nice. What did I hit this time? This is, where the hell is it? You know, it's funny. I didn't even realize that I got this. This is coconut milk.
Yeah.
Talked about the coconut, and like literally I'm smoking on coconut now too. This is, where is it? What is the percentage? 35% THC.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty solid.
I got some we went to what's that place in Michigan? God damn it. I think it starts with an L.
I don't know
Anyway,
about a TV machine, Johnny, but yeah, I mean, Ertz has been handling biz.
we went up to a shop up there in Michigan, and we got some shit called Triangle Mints.
Okay.
And it was 43% THC. It was the best weed I've ever had in my life, bro. 43%. We were coming off of like every other thing, you know what I'm saying? So we needed something to help the PTs, and it was it did the trick. Like a couple of hits and you're able to go to sleep, which was clutch at the time.
Still the highest flower that I've ever smoked is 36%. And
It said 43% on the thing. I'm like, no way. I've never even heard of anything over 30, over the 30s.
It could be total cannabinoids, but yeah, if it was just under the THC, it's just the THC.
No, it was THC, 43% THC.
That's just crazy.
It had every color of hair and crystal on there that you could think of. It was so pretty when you held it into the light and everything.
Nice, nice. And Jay said, I bet you get some samples all the time. Man, I mean, I want to go back to this one event. It's called the Hall of Flowers. It was the dopest event I've ever been to because it's pretty much like most of the, well, not even most of, but just a shitload of dope ass flower brands and dab brands. And I was telling everyone that I was a content creator and like, you know, I'm going to be doing reviews on YouTube and Instagram. And like, man, I got hooked up so much. I think I brought back like 3 or 4 ounces, and there was some stuff that you had to pay for, but like literally when you were paying, it was like $3 for an eighth, you know, or like something ridiculously cheap like that.
Hell yeah.
No.
Yeah, so I need to go back. That was the Hall of Flowers. I
Where
heard
was
it
that at?
hasn't. So they have a couple of them, but the one that I went to was in Palm Springs in Southern California. And it's just expensive, like to get in. I think it's like $700 or $800. I got in luckily because of the Cannabis Guardian Angel. He was able to get me in there and got me a wristband that time that I went. So I just had to get the what's it called, the flight. That was it. The rest got pretty much covered. Yeah, I saw that they vetoed that shit in Texas, the ban, so it's not gonna get banned. Good, fuck them trying to make like that you can't even smoke the THCA or whatever. Like we got the dope THCA sponsor. It's Jerome Baker. I'll throw the link in the chat. But you can literally get it delivered like straight to your door, and it's all 100% legal. And it's legal because it's THCA.
Okay, that's kind of like the Delta 8 shit they got here in the gas stations.
Well, no, it's different.
Is it?
I don't know all the science and everything on what's different, but pretty much THCA, as soon as you set it on fire, is normal weed. But until it's set on fire, the weed being separated, or I don't even know like the science, so I don't even want to say it. But so whatever that A part is in the THCA, that's somehow like, you know, separate somehow, and it's under like hemp.
So I could order that here?
Yeah.
Okay, bet.
Yeah. Yeah, anywhere, all 50 states.
Bet.
And yeah, it even had like, I mean, if it ever got intercepted by a police officer, it even had like a little note like in there, like explaining like what it was and explaining the laws like on it also.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they sent me like a half ounce. I was like, yeah, that nothing illegal about sending a half ounce of THC anywhere. And Jay said Garrison, Billy Kimber is like that. I wake up with my controller on my chest, my PS5 game running, passed out in the middle of a game, slept all night. Nice. Okay. Johnny said Palm Springs is the hottest place I've ever been. Yeah. Hottest place I've ever been. Never go there. It's a trap. Yeah. And I think it was November when I went. Almost positive that it was November. All right. Here we go. So Toyota 1, A for the QBs, B plus for the running backs, B for the wide receivers, B plus for the IDP, and then C plus for the bench. I mean, this is almost identical to what we I mean, very not identical, but very, very close to what we saw. I mean, this one we got, I mean, it's the QBs, the running backs, and the IDP that's bringing the scores up here. It's only the bench that's bringing the score down by a tick.
Yeah.
So what would that make this? Man, it's crazy. The bench, like the bench is what brought it down, I feel like, to an 88.
Yeah. Otherwise, it would have been an A.
Yeah. Man, I mean, there's a couple new people in here, and we just got guys cleaning up, huh? All right. I
Mhm.
mean, that's two solid squads back to back. And let's see, Brown. Brown was drafting out of the 1 position today. And Drake May, Tua, Richardson, and Zach Wilson.
That's a
I'm giving it a B- for the QBs. I mean, to me, May's a B and Tua's like a B-. And if you would have got both backups, then it would have bumped it up. But he only got one of the backups, so it's yeah, we're gonna call that a B-. RBs: Bijan, Pollard, and Warren. Man, I mean, Pollard's like a B-. Warren's probably like a C+, and Bijan's an A. I think I got to give it a B. All B total. Wide receivers, though, man, this is insane. Brian Thomas, Nico Collins, Tyreek Hill, DK Metcalf, Chris Godwin, and Jaden Reed.
That's an A.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way that you can slice that into not being an A.
Yep.
So IDP. TJ Edwards, Brian Branch, Hendrickson, Brandon Jones, Chin, DeJean, Duggar, Ashton Davis, Dodson, Jahad Campbell, Khalil Mack, Will Harris. Did you get your 13? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got 12 this time. Let's see.
You don't got nobody top heavy there, maybe besides TJ Edwards.
Yeah. I mean, Jeremy Chin, I don't really like him being in your top 5 there. Not saying he doesn't deserve to be on the team, but probably could have got him later and got someone better there.
Yep.
Ashton Davis, probably way too soon. But that's just like nitpicking. Yeah, probably like Will Harris. Like, who knows if he's even like needed. I mean, still TJ Edwards, Brian Branch, Hendrickson, Brandon Jones. I mean, those are the guys who I think are like all money on this squad. And then it's like Chin, Cooper DeJean, Duggar. Like, where would I put those guys? Like, I feel like they're almost like B- like guys. And then Dotson, Campbell, Mack. I mean, Dotson's probably like a B, Max like a B-. Campbell, I mean, he's probably a C to start. Same with Harris, he's probably like a C+, maybe a B-. So I think I'm gonna say a B overall for this IDP.
Yeah.
And then let's see the bench. Rashad
I gotta
White.
go brain snake. I'll be right back.
All right. So Rashad White. Rashad White, Tootin, Strange, Dobbins, Henry, Otten, Hill, treated your nose to some Coker, Trevor, ETN, and Jaquiz, right? Jaquiz Hunter. Oh, man. All right. Oh, no. Come on. What is going on? All right. We're not going to pull that up. Okay. You should Google Garson Billy Kimber. It's in a green pouch. It looks like the front of the whiskey bottle. You should find it online and try it. Oh man, see it smoke on your stream. Let me see. Garson Billy Kimber. From Peaky Blinders. Billy Kimber weed strain. Is that what it is? Tell him I can't wait for the start of the season. Have that 7K in my pocket. He said when it's all said and done. He said, well, that's the goal. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Okay. I made it all the way to the bottom, right? Let me see. Who's making a difference on this bench? We'll say Rashad White. We'll say Strange. I'll say Henry. But I throw Otten there, probably not. But even that, I mean, even the Rashad White, Strange, and Henry, I mean, that's the three that would get it up to a B minus. So we'll say a B minus for the Garrison Lane, Billy Kimber. Okay, there we go. And is it from the Garrison Lane Company? So where is that at? Where is that from? Oh, hold up. There you go. All right. Named after the great explorer, William Kimber. Okay. And so where is that at? Is it something that you can buy online? Well, shit, their link doesn't even work that they have there. All right. Back to Brown. So we had B minus, B, an A, B, and a B minus. So yeah, it's the wide receivers bringing the average all the way up. The QBs were B minus, and what else? Well, actually, yeah, it's just that. It's just the QBs that are bringing the average down. Everything else was a B. So we had the B for running backs, B for the IDP, and then bench was a B minus, which is neutral. So this one, because of the quarterbacks, is an 86. Yeah.
This is a solid B, right?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And Brown said, tough act to follow. Yeah, K2 and Toyota 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not like your team isn't good, but yeah, I would say
Just
that.
built different.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. And all right. Even though Mondo said not to do it, we're going to do it real quick here. So QBs, Purdy and Love. Anybody else? You got Dart. You got Mac Jones.
That's
yeah, it's in an app called Leafly. Yeah, it was showing. That's what I mean, it's a strain of weed, but I was wondering if, like, is there a specific place that has this like strain of weed where it's like the best? Or is it one of those ones where you can, it's a THC company where it could be anywhere? Where I could ship it anywhere. Purdy's a B to me. J Love is a B minus. So because there's no depth, we're going with the B minus here.
Yep.
Chase Brown.
There's no viable third starter.
Yeah. Should have been. I mean, I always like to have some kind of third starter.
Yeah.
Chain Technology. And J Money, can you send me the link? I mean, just if you could share it, like if you could find it on Instagram, send it to me, at FF Hustler 420. And Brad said, thanks, like the strategy. I was hoping a couple guys would be on auto and QBs would fall. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, nobody was slacking. I mean, we got some autos
QBs
later,
do not fall in these best ball leagues. I've learned my lesson twice now.
and Crispy. Yup.
Yup.
All right. Oh, Jane Technology is the one who grows at Google. Jane Technology. Okay. So Jane Technology. Garrison Lane, Billy Kimber. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is actually what I found the Instagram for these guys. Let's see. Yeah, not sure if they're we'll see. We'll figure it out. I got the website pulled up though. We'll check that out later. All right. Running backs. Oh, and Brian Robinson. Didn't even see that.
Caught a bullet in his rubber goose. He caught a bullet in his rubber goose. You can be at the party getting loose, but you can catch a bullet in your goose.
So Brown's like a B to me. Caleb is like a C plus, and like Brian Robinson's like a B minus. So I think it's gonna kind of all average out here to a B minus.
Yeah.
Wide receivers, Jefferson and Puka, that's nasty. Then Higgins in the 6th, and then Addison in the 8th, and Ayuk in the 11th.
Solid. That's probably a high B plus, close to an A.
Yeah, I feel like because of Jefferson and Puka at the top, and then having Higgins right there, which I mean, he's like a B for me, but having Higgins and Addison both as B guys, I mean, I just, if anything, Ayuk might like make it not be an A, but yeah, I'm gonna say that it's an A.
Yeah.
Oh, Crispy said the draft in 102 is very questionable. What's going on? Tell me. And dang it. Yeah, one of the damn Bruno guy, he's not drafting QBs.
On the slow draft?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a dynasty.
Oh, okay. I mean, you got to have them, unfortunately.
Oh, the trades. Is there another trade over there now? Let me go see. Yeah. What the hell? Someone traded what? Is that an accident? It's yeah, I'm just canceling this. It's someone gave up a 20th rounder and a 24th rounder for a 22nd rounder. Yeah, so I don't know what the fuck happened there, but I'm just canceling that trade.
Yeah, they gave up a 20th round pick.
Yeah, they gave up 2 picks and the highest pick, also to get a lower
A 22nd.
Yeah.
That makes no.
Yeah, it makes no sense at all. So I'm just canceling that.
Yeah,
Rob
I would
said,
too.
I don't know the correlation between the soundbite for B Rob because generally the point of the draft is we talk B Rob. I'm pretty fucking baked. Just vibing with the song. No, it's a cool song, man. It's actually a Wyclef John South Park collaboration on the song, and Brian Robinson when
Got
he was a rookie, he got shot in the ass, or like, yeah, it's like I think after the draft or something, and so he caught a bullet in his bubble goose, aka his ass.
Caught a bullet in his bubble goose. He caught a bullet in his bubble goose. You can be at the party getting loose, but you can catch a bullet in your goose.
Yeah. You also got to do the one where he Forrest Gump, and then
You
it
know
jumps
what?
up and hit me right in the buttocks.
That's a good one. I do have this one. Let me see.
You shot me in the ass.
Shot me in the ass. But yeah, no, that's a really good. I'm sure there's a lot of Forrest Gump sound drops that we could get. Maybe I just need to watch the movie to see what good sound drops.
Yeah,
are.
and then there's a serious lack of Full Metal Jacket sound drops. That's definitely gotta correlate into this somehow.
We'll figure that out. I do have a couple. Here's the Forrest Gump drop that I have.
You're a goddamn genius. That's the most outstanding answer I've ever heard. You must have a goddamn IQ of 160. You are goddamn gifted.
Yeah, Rob Zay gets it now. Yeah. And Mondo said, "Hold on. Here's all the training day drops that I have. We got to figure out how to mix them in, but here's all of them."
King Kong ain't got shit on me. Come back here. You disloyal fool-ass bitch-made punk. Give me that money. I run shit here. And then I'm gonna get that money. I'm the man up in this piece. You shot me in the ass. You think you can do this to me? Oh, you motherfuckers.
That's definitely one that should be used way more often.
That one.
Oh, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, I think I've said that about 7 times.
Yeah. And Toyota one. Yes. You ready? Let me see.
Oh, well, allow me to retort. Check out the big brain on Brad. You're a smart motherfucker, that's right. English, motherfucker, do you speak it? I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing. Now, let me take a wild guess here. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You're Brett, right? Does he look like a bitch? Go on. I thought so. Then why you try to fuck him like a bitch, Brett? You know who we are? You do remember your business partner, don't you?
Let me see. How long is it?
Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness.
It's like 40 seconds, but I'm sure I'm gonna use that before we before we go toe to toe with some people.
Yes.
Yeah, got it. Toyota one. Got to get more, but that was one I made a priority. We got a bunch of good ones. And I mean, there's more than just that, but that was all just from that one scene. Okay, back to Mondo. IDP, Roquan, and Zach Bond. Look at that. Friend of the show now, Zach Bond. Hold on, where's the video?
What's going on, guys? Eagles linebacker Zach Bond here to let you know, give you a little reminder that defensive players matter. Come on. Don't be scared to join an IDP league with a hustler. You know what it is. Big shout out to Alex and the 420 crew. Yeah, come on. Don't count us out, man. Join IDP league. Come on, with the hustler.
Yeah. All right. And Ernest Jones, Kyle Hamilton, Edrin Cooper, Aziz Al-Shair, Kirby Joseph, Xavier McKinney.
X gon' give it to you.
Hell yeah. Mondo, you've been out of the loop, huh? Hell yeah. I think when did he send that to me? Might have been maybe 2 weeks ago now, maybe a week ago, something like that. All right. And Brisker and hey, Jordan Battle. Mondo, you're all over this, bro. You got multiple friends of the show here. Check this out.
What's up, guys? I'd like to shout out Alex, Fantasy Football Hustler, and the 420 crew. I also like to let you guys know that defensive players matter too. So get into the IDP league with the Hustler so you can drive players like myself. Let them know, man. Defensive players matter, man. And we make plays just as much as the offense.
Dude, so you were all over it, Mondo. And Hicks, Spates, and Knight.
I like
Let's see how
Hicks.
many- I mean, it's pretty solid. I mean, I've kind of just been telling everyone I'm just avoiding all the rookie IDP guys because like we don't even know if Knight is gonna start. If he does, it could be good. You know, is he gonna do what Jermaine Pratt did in the same position? Like probably not, but could be good.
Yeah.
Mondo said just got back in a few days ago. He said first draft so far. He said don't know what the fuck. That's dope. Hell yeah. Hey man, you're hitting it. All money on IDP. Because yeah, like I said, just a couple guys that I don't really like necessarily that you have, but I mean your top 5 is dope. Roquan, Bond, Ernest Jones, Kyle Hamilton, and Cooper. I mean that's all money for starters. Alshire, he's all right. Kirby Joseph, I'd say above average. McKinney, same, kind of above average. Brisker kind of fell off a little bit this past year. Jordan Battle's dope. Hicks, Spates, and Knights. I mean, those would be the 3 guys that I would be down on, but like literally you're talking about your last 3 guys also. Yeah, I think I'm giving it a B plus. It's hard to get an A. It's not hard to get a B or a B plus for IDP, but it's very hard to get an A because I feel like from top to bottom, I have to say like it's like, you know, like all the guys are money. And I've seen it happen. We've had a couple guys draft an A IDP, but it's usually pretty hard because, you know, we like when guys like Van Ginkel were going in the 20th and guys like Zach Allen were going all hella late, you know, like that's when we were getting like crazy value and like we're not getting insane value because guys are catching on.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the bench at? There we go. Blue, me boy, Blue. McMillan, Wright, Thielen, Schultz, Pierce, Cooper, Sanders, Mitchell, Franklin. Yeah, the bench is pretty blah. And when you went on a little IDP run, it just, you know, it definitely slowed you down a little bit. Yeah, to me, it's like the guys who are like the difference makers here. I'll call Wright and Thielen. I mean, those would be the difference makers. Jalen McMillan, kind of like with Igbuka now, kind of nervous about him. I wouldn't even call Blue like one of the difference makers. So for that, this is a C plus for the bench. So let's see how this shapes out. It was a B minus for the QBs. It was a B minus for the RBs. It was an A for the wide receivers. It was a B plus, right? Yeah, B plus for the IDP, and then a C plus for the bench. So it's the IDP and the wide receivers bringing the average up. And then everything else is bringing it down 1 tick a piece. So like, let's see. So it would be. This one is going to be an 85 overall. So not too shabby for your first draft back. And I mean, you were in this tournament last year, so I know you're no rookie to the layout. So good shit, dude. Good shit.
Solid squad.
All right, here goes Sam, and then we're doing marks after that. Where is Schmelly? Here we go. Kyler Murray and Fields, man. Hold on a second.
I'm 2 for 2 on eating dinner during a live draft.
Hey, it's the way to do it. I got to feel like this is me hunting, and we're getting the hunting done. And as soon as the hunting's done, like then, yeah, it's usually a meal and some more bowls.
Mm-hmm. Hey, brats in the oven are gas. I did it for the first time. I hate cooking in the oven, but it was quicker than anything else.
Nice. Hell yeah. Okay. All right, here we go. So Murray and Fields. Let's see. Flacco in the mix.
Mm-hmm.
And then Brissett and Tyrod. So good. You got the backups for those guys. So Murray's like a B to me, like maybe even like fringing on a B plus, but we'll call him a B. And then Fields is like a B minus to me. So we're gonna call it a B minus, but since you got your backups, it bumps up, so it's a B. Running backs: Brees Hall, Swift, Pacheco. Brees is a B. Swift and Pacheco are like B minuses. Like Swift might even be a C plus, but we'll call him a B minus. And I think because you don't have too much depth, we're gonna just call this a B minus altogether. Pass catchers, though, look at that: CD, Bowers, Garrett Wilson in the 6. I mean, it's crazy. Like last year, Garrett Wilson is like a second, end of the second, early third round guy.
Yep.
And like this might be an actual better QB like connection that he has because he actually played with this guy in college, even though I think Justin Fields sucks. Like, I don't know. Like we've seen these like the college QB wide receiver connection carry over to the NFL. And
Yeah.
you know, I don't know if it's gonna happen. I'm not banking on it or anything, but it is gonna be something to watch for sure. Because the Jets have been dog shit, and so has Fields at times. But you know, can you take a step up?
In Fields' defense, he had, I think the offensive line was actually trying to tackle him.
Yeah,
instead of trying to block for him. So
yeah, I mean the Steelers' offensive line is trash. I mean the Bears. I mean now it's gotten better, like literally as of this year, but like before that, it's just straight trash.
Absolutely.
There you go. And Crispy reminded Armando, he said, join Patreon, get all the research you need. Yeah, definitely. Because like I said it last year that I was going to like make a big emphasis on like just having like an insane amount of information for Patreon members to where like, you know, if you're only going to sign up for the minimum $5, that it would be like really worth it to support the show, but just with the amount of info that you get as well. There's all types of draft prep stuff in there that will help you very, very along the way. You'll be light years ahead just by going through. I mean, maybe it's like maybe like 15 or 20 different posts, rankings, strength of schedules, and a lot of different rankings for IDP, rankings for rookie,
positional strength of schedule too.
Yeah, like that took some time with the positional strength of schedule, but that's something I even go back to and like look at a bunch because like you know, like right now everything's on paper with these teams, like shit's gonna change. But you know, if you have an easy schedule, like you got an easy schedule, I'm gonna lean on a guy who's gonna be at the top of the league, you know, as far as like having an easy schedule versus like banking on some of these guys who have some of the toughest schedules, playoff schedules included.
Yeah.
Especially in this best ball, you never know what's going to happen. So we can't make any changes. So it's what we're going off of. Peace out, Toyota One. You the man, bro. He's about to watch some Shameless. Let's get it. Okay. I didn't go through all the pass catchers yet. So we got CD Lamb, Bowers, Wilson, Shakira, Jennings, and that would be it. So, I feel like this is an A. I mean, CD and Bowers at the top, and it's the tight end premium. And yeah, I'm gonna give that an A. Wilson in the 6th, Shakira in the 9th. And let's see. IDP. Luvu. Walker. He got in the zone.
Get in the zone.
Devin Lloyd. Tremaine Edmonds. Zach Allen. Greenlaw. Chubb. Quentin Lake. Josh Sweat. Christian Gonzalez. Byron Murphy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10, 11, 12. Okay, 12 guys. Edmonds kind of sucks in my opinion now. And not that he like isn't that good, but TJ Edwards just like steals everything from him. I'm gonna call it a B plus. I mean, Christian Speedy Gonzalez, Josh Sweat, Byron Murphy, they're not bad, but they're definitely like B minus kind of guys.
Yeah.
Same with like Quentin Lake. Not mad at Bradley Chubb. I mean, they're saying he looks like he's in like super great shape right now. Let's see. Where's the bench? Mims, Raheed Shaheed, Spears, Wandale, Goddard, Dowdle, Gesicki. McLaughlin, Whittingham, Turpin. Who'd be the difference makers here?
Turpin.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd make. I mean, that's good, solid depth. I don't know if I'd raise the bench grade because of him necessarily, but yeah, I mean, really, I guess just your top handful there: Mims, Shaheed, Spears, Wandale. I mean, maybe Goddard and Gesicki. I mean, they're pretty inconsistent, but both of them combined could be good. So I'm gonna say a B minus for the bench.
Yes.
Let's see. So we got, it was a B for the QBs. It was a B minus for the running backs. It was an A for the wide receiver pass catchers. A B plus for the bench. And a B plus for the bench and B minus, or no, a B plus for the IDP and then a B minus for the bench. There we go. Can spit it out, damn it. All right. So wide receivers and or pass catchers and IDP definitely bringing the score up here. We got the running backs bringing the average down a little bit. That's actually it. So let's see. Let's see if it's an A. That's 87. All right. Sam, you crushed your 85. I'm gonna say this is an 86 overall right here. Really only the running backs that were bringing the average down. All right. There we go. And last one. Let's see marks. Herbert and Rodgers and Shaw. Definitely better than having just Richardson as your second.
Oh man, that was bad.
Ewers.
Dart throw, you know.
So Herbert to me is like a B plus. And like Rodgers is probably like a C plus. Shaw is like a C. So I think I'm gonna say a B minus for the QBs.
So much better than my last one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the last one it was either a C or a C plus, right?
I think it was a C plus.
Yeah.
That's
so,
because I was on the live and you were being favorable.
Yeah. So yeah, B minus for the QB. CMC and Jonathan Taylor. I mean, both of them are B pluses to me. And Najee, I mean, he's like a B minus to me. I probably think of him higher than some, but not a lot of depth in the starting spots. Let's see. No, it'd be Harris who'd be in there. But yeah, it's still tough to bring that down past a B plus. So I'm gonna say B plus. Let me see. Let me see what happened. I don't let me know where you sent it, Jay. Which email? So I'm not seeing anything, but I want to make sure that I see it. Okay. Wide receivers: Ladd, Terry McLaurin, Devontae Adams, and Harris would be in the mix also, I think. Let me see. 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I think D Hop is actually in my starting.
You know what? You're right. Yeah. So Harris and Hopkins are in there.
Yeah, I went on an IDP run there, kind of hurt my starting offense, but
I mean, really, it's just that one spot. I mean, I'm still going to bring it down for that one spot, but it is, I mean, that's a flex spot. It's not even the wide receiver spots that would be in the mix there. And I feel like Ladd, I mean, even if we're calling Ladd, like, I feel like Ladd is a B plus guy. Terry's like a B, if not a B plus guy. And then Devontae would be like a B. Harris is like a C. To me, Hopkins is like a D. But still, he's like the last guy, so he's not gonna affect the whole grade that much. Yeah, I'm just gonna say a B overall for that.
right.
And IDP: Franklin, Warner, Watt, Olakun, Miles Garrett. Yeah, that's a dope top 5. Josie Jewell, dope bench. Deshaun Elliott, Buckner, Karloftis. I hate Karloftis. It's Karloftis and Overshown. Those would be the guys who I would think suck out of these guys. Harrison Smith, I mean, this might be his last year, and he still hasn't slowed down. So I mean, that's solid depth. And it's only 2 guys that I hate out of everybody who you got. So
I got 11.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's gonna be a B plus. I mean, that starting 5 is strong.
Yeah.
And bench. So I mean, at least you started off with Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb, and then Austin, Freiermuth, Corum, Lockett, Estime, Watson, Slayton, Cooks, Dillon, Conklin. Yeah, I mean, the guys who I would think would be like a little bit of difference makers would be Hunt, Chubb, probably Freiermuth. Yeah, and even that, I mean, with the got to have at least like 3 guys who I think would be like difference makers to get the B minus grade for the bench. So B minus, and then so let's see. So it was a B minus, B plus, a B, a B plus, and a B minus. So the running backs and the IDP bringing the average up. And then the QBs bringing the average down. And then the rest are right in the middle. So this one's going to be an 86.
What did I get last time?
I think like an 82 or 83.
Yeah, something like that. It was a low B. I know that. It was barely a B.
So there you go. Upgraded
like
right
it.
there. Johnny said, Karloftis, he said, we'll give you 4 multi-sack games. He said, hopefully this is a breakout year. I hope. Yeah, I mean, it sounds good, but I
mean, I watched him coming up through Purdue. He was decent in Purdue. You know what I mean? I draft my heart sometimes.
And there's, I don't know what it is with the Chiefs, but they just keep missing on like Leo Chenal. Like that guy fucking sucks. Like Willie Gay. Like, I mean, go some years back. Like he's fucking sucks. And it's like guys who they're drafting with like pretty decent draft capital too are just not hitting.
Yeah.
All right. Mark, thanks for coming on, bro. It was a long one again.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Long draft.
We
And
we cleared 3 hours again.
hell yeah. And everybody stay through the credits. And if you don't see your name there, all you got to do is go get signed up on Patreon, sign up as a YouTube member, and you will see your name popping up. Shout out to Justin Pickle in a Jar, our executive producer. Shout out to the producers. Appreciate you guys. To our co-producers. Appreciate you guys. The associate producers. Mark's one of the newest ones on the list there. Appreciate you, brother. And our epic supporters. Salute. Awesome supporters. Salute. And we got another draft tomorrow. I'll be posting it. I think I already posted it on Patreon. Make sure you guys jump in. Goes down 6 p.m. West Coast, 9 p.m. Eastern. And we do one draft a day for everyone who might be here at the end still of all this. And 2 drafts on Saturday and Sunday. So make sure you guys hop in. Mark, peace out, brother. Everybody
Peace
in the
out,
chat.
bro.
Appreciate you guys. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Y'all have a good night.
Peace out.
Peace.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.
Here comes the